Oh, okay. Oh, we're good. All right, we're live here again. Fourth time's a charm. Sorry. GCW Plant Podcast Watch Along. Try number 27 of the night. We're going to just kind of hop right into it. We have John with us. John, how are you doing tonight? A quick little one. Oh, I think you're muted, John. There we go.
That's good. You didn't want to know what I said. I'm doing great tonight. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. And with us tonight, we have a special guest, someone who was at the show that we covered, GCW Homecoming 21. We have with us Mr. Pompadour, Frank. How are you doing today, Frank?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Yeah, we don't get the nice intro now after the fifth time. So we are hopping in. We are watching GCW's Homecoming 2021. We are starting on minute 22 and 30 seconds. We're just kind of skipping ahead as the issues that we had kind of is going to make us fast forward through some matches. So
this is a long show, people.
Exactly. Yeah, 3 hours and 50 minutes. So we're going to catch just kind of some of the main matches.
Some of it.
Yeah, unfortunately, not as much as we wanted to, but I'll get the issues fixed for the next watch along, hopefully, and we'll have a lot more smooth watch along. So at 22:30, if you guys are ready, we will hit play on 3, 2, and 1.
One fall.
And it's crazy; it doesn't even look as packed right now as what it does by the end of the night.
Dude, even the size of that crowd looks so good.
Yeah.
See, it's so fucked up to go from all this color to that white terminal.
That was one of the huge issues we had as a crowd going from the carousel room to the terminal. We understand the terminal is a convention space, so it has to be white. But coming from the absolute technicolor that was the carousel room, it was such a shock.
Every time I see a
felt the terminal felt institutional, almost like a prison or a jail.
Yeah.
Very white.
Well, for those who don't know, while we have a couple minutes here talking over Tony's theme, the carousel room was originally part of the casino floor for the showboat. Way back in the before times, back in the 90s. The carousel room was actually part of the casino floor for the Showboat Casino Hotel. During COVID and after the Showboat lost their casino license, if you need to hear that story, go Wikipedia it. It's whatever.
Yeah.
The Showboat lost their casino license. They were trying to figure out ways to do other things. One of the things they did was that they closed in this part of the floor and made it an events room. And if you go back to the first couple shows that happened in the carousel room, which I believe one of the TOS's was the first show, that this room was open to the casino floor.
Interesting.
The room, the wall that is stage left of the hard camera was not sealed in yet.
How interesting. Now that you mentioned it, okay, I can see it. No
So,
kidding.
hard cam left and back was open to the main walkways of the casino.
is that where where Slack got in trouble, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I miss Slack. I'm allowed to say that all I want to. I do miss him. I miss his bite. We're missing a little bit of bite in GC.
He had an edge to him. That's the edge. Take that word however you want.
Right.
That the roster doesn't have these days.
Yeah. Kind of has that scary, like when someone, like kind of how Fatu used to like walk in the room and it's like the mood changes when Schlack was walking in the room back in the day, man. Everybody was like on edge.
I don't know. I don't know how after you guys usually act around here, or if I can kind of go, full non-kayfabe.
Go ahead.
But there is definitely.
No, we're good. We're good. Go.
Okay. There's definitely a vibe that if you're in the aura of a wrestler these days on the GCW wrestling, they're actors. They're on a stage.
Yeah.
Schlack did not have that off button to him, even when he was, merch tabling or whatever, or, around him.
Oh.
I don't know if I'm phrasing that correctly, but
I get you.
Yeah.
I get you.
Oh, need that.
Just listen how hot this crowd is right now.
Yeah, so you were there front row. Where are you on camera?
I am Mike Wazowski behind the GCW logo right now.
Oh, I know all about Mike Wazowski. It was funny. We were talking about the no rope barbed wire match. Someone took a picture of that and put it on a shirt, and I'm like literally on the shirt. We're up there with my hands up, but my face is covered by one of his letters. Mike was at. Oh, okay, I see you.
Tony was a little skinnier back then. Good for him. He's bulked up a little since then. Either that or he was just younger.
This was pre-injury too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, seeing Ninja, I didn't think we were going to have him around long either. He was a star.
Oh, hey, Biz, what's up, man?
He tried to buy one of my OG shirts off my back when I was at a show.
Oh, that's cool.
I was at a show he was at, and I wore the OG Ninja Mac, the Yarder shirt, like his first T-shirt. He almost ran up to me and says, "I want to buy that off your back."
Wow.
I want one of his the black ones, like the old school ones. That's one I really missed out on. Every time I tried buying it, they never had my size. Yeah, they never had my size. So in UCC, like I tried getting it, and he said, "I don't have your size," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, no worries." But he's like, "Hey, I got something for you," because I was just talking to him while he was looking for the shirt. He was asking like, "Hey, like, so how did you become a fan of mine?" And I was like, I always like since I started watching with GCW, it's been fun, but that spot from the ladder. He did the sunset flip onto Dante Leon, and he goes, "Oh!" And so as he's doing it, he pulls out the picture and signs a picture of him coming down off of the ladder, and gave me that picture to make up for it. Yeah, pretty cool. I wish I got some more Ninja Mac. I had to see him killing it in Noah though.
Right?
Hell yeah. So he's another one. We don't see a lot of these, but I'm going to tell you, like, we need more kids and families in some portions of independent wrestling, and Ninja's one of those ones that he goes over like crazy.
I know exactly what you're saying, yeah. Oh.
There's only so many. It's not like GCW should have that, but if you bring your kid to a GCW show, it's kind of cool if he has someone for one match to be like, fuck yeah, whoever that is.
Sure.
For sure.
Just, you know what I mean? Just one thing for the kids.
MDK is for the children. I don't know what
for big kids like me.
Hey, he was cool to my son at the backyard show.
Yeah, if my house wasn't a fireworks fest, I'd love to go to one of those backyard shows. They're so unique. Like,
yeah.
For any company to really pull off at the level they are.
I was at Backyard 3? Did I say 3?
Yeah.
The one where Schlock had the Roman candle fight.
Oh my god, that was hysterical, but so dangerous. I remember watching. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing?
I got hit by a couple of those shots back in the day.
Oh man, the funniest part, like one of the funniest GCW clips. I think it was the first or second one. The dude's house that they were having it in, they let him have a match, and so in the match, he went to go shoot the firework, but it went opposite into his face, and you just see a cloud of smoke, and then you just see him kind of cough, and a bunch of black smoke come out. It was the fucking funniest one, man. I loved it so much. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you.
See, Ninja Mac's so good on his feet, like just being able to kick through that.
They've always had good chemistry too, Ninja and Tony. Tony's got good chemistry with everyone.
I think just being like the quote high flyer division of GCW, it just. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to call Tony Deppen a high flyer, but he's definitely closer to that than he is to the to the heavyweights of GCW.
Yeah.
He'd be a fantastic. Where would we put him? He's not a cruiserweight. He would be. Oh shit. He would have done great with, well, I don't know. He would have done decent with Malenko, people like that.
I see where you're driving at, yeah.
I'm so sorry.
That'd be fun with Malenko.
I'm like, damn. Yeah, but in that
you
category,
would slot him
the
in with
vanilla
that
midget category.
That 90s like intercontinental scene.
There you go. Yeah, 90s IC. It's a good way to put it.
What the fuck is this shit, Tony?
I'd consider it like a middleweight title.
Sure.
I love Tony.
Just look how many people are packing the corner aisles.
It fills up
right now.
too. Yeah, that's what I said. Like it looks kind of light for like how it looked at the end of the night, but it fills up for sure.
Like I understand, like camera, like stage right towards the back left towards the curtain, that always fills up.
Yeah.
And God forbid,
King's Road
Metallica starts playing, and you just hear the entire crowd rush to be part of a Gage mosh.
That one he had for Moxley, like the fucking music started again. Like it was so long.
I'm seeing something Effie just posted on Twitter 24 minutes ago, and I'm going to tell you to the day I die. Gringo Loco has an incredible talent of saving fucking moves from being dangerous.
Yes.
Right before, like, I don't know how he does it or what he does, but it looks like it's going to be fucked up, and he can just, I don't know, but he can always.
Why do you think he's called the base god?
There you go. Yeah, just, dude, I've seen him save so many fucking lucha fucking things.
Ninja Mac going for that Luthez ground and pound. Jesus.
This is what he was getting ready for Bloodsport.
Oh yeah.
I remember when he came out to when Ninja Mac came out.
That was sick.
And he pulled off the mask, and people said, "Oh no, we're getting
Ninja
Keisha Liger." Like,
we're getting Ninja F-Mac.
Here we go.
I think this is the one. Nope. Jesus, so clean. He hits like so clean nowadays too.
Right? Okay, so we're all in
Dorito.
still. Yeah, there's an energy there that just isn't there anymore.
Yeah, this night, like that energy was crazy.
The other thing I'm concerned about is a lot of the fans, they're a little different now, but they were a little different then. Now it's a lot more people like our age. It's not a lot of younger kids at these shows. It's mostly like 30 and 40.
We were those young kids.
Right?
We were those young kids.
Exactly, the ECW. I think we're just the ECW crowd waiting for another ECW. And I think that's what the GCW fan.
We're Cubbies fans waiting for that third cup to come home, and it's not coming.
Yep.
So
That's
Frank,
why I don't even know if they're going to heal back from Hammerstein or if that's possible. And if it is, it's going to take some real planning.
I've discussed this with other people, and in that tell-all black cover book called The Last Outlaws, the Life and Times of GCW, that comes out 30 years from now, that I may or may not be writing up. Hammerstein's that tipping point right now.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Like Hammerstein's that 2/3 tipping point in the book right now.
That's what I've been kind of asking for. Like 2024, go back to the regulars. Go back to like how it was like during this time in GCW when it was so hot with all the angles and what they were doing with Nick Gage. How he had Cardona, Moxley, RSP, like both like how what AEW is doing now. Like there's multiple angles and stories for people. You don't have to just limit to one or. As in most of the cases, most people don't have one. I really just want to focus on the regulars and get back to
we have
building
maybe one, maybe two tops actual flowing storylines at any given time in GCW right now. I agree.
I just want more because I think the fans I just want to go back to the folk. We've done all the fun stuff the last couple of years. Like let's go back to what made us hot and let's do the cool stuff that got the fans into our programming.
I'm okay with them going overseas, but I'm still a big fan of them getting new cities here and rebuilding the fan base here. They did lose a lot of momentum, and it's going to just be nothing but hard work to get that momentum back. And these guys are killing themselves out there, and for some reason, they're just not getting the recognition they should get. So, yeah,
I'm excited.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm at least excited to get Kasai back in the States. Like the big names, I'm excited for Kasai, Takeda. But
do you think they'll get Kasai back in the States?
Yeah, that's Homecoming. That's what Homecoming. That's why they made it New Year's Eve and Kasai. I think it's gonna be Kasai's last time.
I'll bet bottom dollar that Kasai's in NGI.
Yeah, he's gonna be in it. I thought they were going to do like a special, like one-off match, like that special match before the finals.
My dream scenario is that Gage and Kasai both enter the NGI and end up in the finals.
That's what I was like. I was hoping for, but I don't think there's no shot they would be able to last 2-3 matches.
Oh my God, that 450.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Like, just look at the non-thinking shock on Tony's eyes during that 450.
Staring
Like,
up
that
at
is
it.
pure muscle memory. There is nobody upstairs controlling that arm reaching out right.
Oh, I don't know if you noticed, B, but during the Patreon thing when they were talking about who they wanted to see at the NGI, a lot of my people didn't get mentioned.
Oh.
Yeah, I had Ludark Shaitan, Big Fucking Joe. He did like
Yeah, they
swag.
like
He
that
said,
one.
you know, never say never, but they passed over Cruel Masada. I understand why, and Tremon, obviously, he's probably going to be in. So, but yeah, I really would love to see Ludark come over here because she would be an instant upgrade to the women's division. Well, whatever there is of a women's division.
I think there's a 2-letter word spelt with 3 letters preventing that at the moment.
Oh, you're talking the big boy over there at XPW, huh? Well,
yeah, I think we're spelling no XPW these days. I think that's what's caused.
So, you know, okay, so again,
Tony.
this is one of those things that it's just like a weird. I still try to watch them because there is a
Look at Tony, not give a
fire.
Sorry.
No, you're good. There's just a serious fire going on over there, and some of the shit that's going on is like, I just want to see it before it's another generation away. Like, there's some shit they're pulling that you're not seeing anywhere else, and it's part unprofessional, and it's part violence, and it's part like not having their shit together, and it's just entertaining in that. But like, I watch The Evil Dead though, so I'm big into like low budget films and low budget, you know. So
Mouse.
Mouse.
Tony looked mad when he walked out. Like he wasn't happy with the ending.
Shout out Dwayne. Shout out Nick Dorito.
I know the whole row right there.
Isn't it cool when you start to know like whole rows?
Billy the camera guy.
It was a Dewey right there, right?
Dewey the hot dog. Yep. Bunch of the sweet party peeps are in that picture there on the ramp.
So what was the next match here? Let's see.
One fall.
Oh, Nolan Edward. This is a good one. Ah, yeah. Just hear that music got me excited.
Oh, my volume's really low. That's good to know.
I turned it up a little bit on my end. I don't know if that made any difference.
Okay, no, I know what she's saying. I just
Okay.
heard someone. This lady named Stephanie. I don't know who she is. Let me see. Okay, hopefully that's better. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be better.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Matt, was the Edward Vite match after this or before this? I think it was before this, right?
I believe that was before this.
Yeah.
With the armband.
That was one of the craziest matches. I remember watching that. I was like, oh yeah, I think that was TOS. Was that 666?
I believe so. Yeah, that was
That was a crazy
TOS of this year, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a crazy TOS. Yeah, let's see here.
Shout out Jonesy if you're listening, if you're out there, we miss
Jonesy.
you.
Let's see here.
Okay, so where are we at here? We're at minute 40 for anybody who's listening.
Exactly. Yep.
If anybody wants to get in on it.
I miss hearing that song too and getting hyped. There's a lot of stuff I miss, man. God damn. That's
Dude,
what.
You know what screwed with me was he was done before he came to Vegas, and I remember sitting listening to his song going, I gotta memorize this shit because I wanted to fucking, say some shit while he's coming out. I'm like, damn.
Oh yeah, it was a month before this happened. Nolan versus Oren. Yeah, these were the times. That's why I think I remember so much about these times. This is when I was like
This was the
super
hottest-
into
this
it.
was the
Yeah.
hottest period.
That's why I was like, all these memories are just flying through my head right now. And like, I didn't even go back and watch some of the old, like, someone asked about the Howl days. Like, how come the Howls, like, not all of them are put on Fight TV? And like, even watching
great
those, I
question.
just get like, so like, even more hyped. Like, those are like
'Cause
before I even knew.
I don't think half the Howl shows were recorded.
I think they, he said they were, but like, he said that he doesn't know why. Like, I think they just put on the, what's it called? Just the tournaments that they had there. Those were fun days. Like, man, I miss all these old school. Like every old school time I watch an old school GCW show, I need to watch another one. Like now I want to go back and watch TOS 666 before. We should have done that first than this one.
There was nothing hotter than being on the ramp for these old carousel room shows.
Oh yeah, I couldn't imagine. I'm mad I didn't get to go to the carousel.
You telling me?
I almost went
You
to
can still
TOS
go,
last
but
year.
now it's where they keep the mini golf, the showboat.
You know, I saw Pac-Man over there, man. I'm so fucking in for that.
I would break something if I would take that club and like hit Pac-Man. I'd be so mad because like I see the colors right there, then I see Terminal. I do like the banners though. I do have to admit, I really, really do like the banners. But it just you get a
Banners
different
are a cool
vibe.
touch, but they're a band-aid.
Yeah,
They're
for
definitely a
sure, for
Band-Aid.
sure.
Yep. There's not enough being done. I do like that they had some lights up last show, and
Yeah.
We were pleasantly surprised as fans when they started doing the light packaging for the terminal.
yeah. Oh, you know what? I have a question for Brett, and I don't know if he answered or not. I was going to ask him, how big does he think GCW could get without killing the vibe? You know, killing that GCW vibe.
I want to say maybe Homecoming was maybe it. Like that might have been even like where the crossroads kind of met of, hey, I want to get big enough to do Hammerstein, but then he got away from his identity and there was no death match. Like what they showcased at Hammerstein was not GCW. That was not GCW what they showcased.
I have to cut in about this because when people mention no death match at Hammerstein, it chaps my ass because the end all be all answer to that is the New York State Sports Commission.
Oh, I knew going into it there was not going to be one. I'm not disappointed there wasn't any. I'm disappointed that there wasn't some sort of workaround to like on your biggest show to showcase what your company is. You did not give them the right.
There is no workaround to the Sports Commission in New York State.
Like it just that's what sucked all about it. Like, I wish they could have found some way to like, hey, give us 3 hours. Bring into the bins or something, yeah.
You get more lucha and less violence. That's kind of how we do it in LA.
I think that's what kind of sucked.
Lucha in, Southwest United States is so Spanish that it works out really well.
But I think that's what kind of limited, like you said, like it kind of, that's one of their top of their height, but then it wasn't their authenticity. And so they're already, I think that might've been the starting point of when they started to lose touch of it.
You want to talk about losing touch? We're not getting scrambles that much anymore in our shows.
Yeah.
Let's get away from one of the things that made us popular.
I think he got mad at us talking about the scrambles and scramble titles. He's like, here, fuck your scrambles.
When you're trying to please your fan base so you can get more money and they're all screaming for a scramble belt, if you can lose a belt in a car, you can maybe spend a couple thousand and maybe put a new name on that belt. Because I know those belts are stupid expensive. But it would really be nice.
Take the word extreme off the extreme belt and put on scramble. That's it. Keep that fucking belt.
If you're gonna keep a belt just for how garishly bad it is,
yeah.
Like
I liked it though.
The skull belt is a character unto itself. Jesus Christ, these dives. Sorry.
No. I'm watching here.
If you're gonna keep a belt that garishly, outrageous and so 2005. Let's be honest here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, put a new plate on it. Call it something else. Don't call it the extreme belt. You have a belt literally called the ultra violence belt.
Oh, you have no idea how. Oh, dude, I'm so sore on that shit. We're big fans, and hardly any of us can really say what the difference is between the extreme and the UV.
The farthest explanation I've been told by multiple people who obviously aren't staff, and I haven't been able to ask Brett this myself, and I don't think he'd care enough, is that the extreme belt is a no glass belt.
you. Okay.
But I'm like, okay, what does that mean?
That's
okay.
my only understanding is no glass. That's
I didn't mind what AJ was doing with it for a while.
Manson and Manders will literally pull a table out because somebody sneezed in the crowd. Like, there is no such thing as a hardcore non-deathmatch match in GCW.
I think I like AJ doing scramble matches defending it, and then also death matches defending it. Like, he at least kind of made it feel like, hey, you never know what this title, how it's going to be defended. He had a pure classic match with, I think, Jonathan Gresham for that belt.
Scrambles are the perfect spot for someone to have a 30-match undefeated streak, because scramble matches are literally not about who wins the scramble. The scramble match is, okay, here's the 5 minutes of the show where all the gifts for the next 3 months are going to come from. That's the point of that scramble match. Yeah, okay, people saying giftable matches. Yes, you literally have 6 people. That's the point where you go in there and you throw 13 different combinations together, and someone does a big spot, and they do a big run of like, destroyers or whatever, or you do the the whatever
topes.
they did in
19 million topes.
Or you do the finger up the bum train like you did in PWG 20 years ago. Like,
we had the human worm and DDT.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, human centipede. Sorry.
What was it?
Yeah.
What was the it was the ass eating train. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really fun to explain that on a review. Some days it's harder to review than others. I can say that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, explaining the ass train is enjoyable. Oh, he lost the mask.
Crowd went nuclear when he dropped the mask.
Nolan's losing fucking
Look at this.
clothing.
See? This is what I miss.
Look at this. There it is. The organic fucking crowd. Just look, pound that fucking mat. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Watch this count off. 1, 2. The crowd was palm of their hands during this match.
A win right there, though. The place would have went nuts.
Yeah.
Oh. But they're giving him more. I appreciate that.
Do you think they changed the ending of Cole versus Orin?
Are you asking
Anybody?
me?
Anyone, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Cole versus Orin. You think they changed the ending on that on the fly?
Oh, because Cole won that match, right?
Yeah.
I can't say.
I don't know. Like, that was one I was like, man, if he loses, that's one of those ones you have to like. It doesn't affect anything other than who won and who lost. There was no story. There was nothing like, hey, give the fans what they want. They're dying for it. Yeah. That was a coming out party.
Baptism by blood. That was such a great match.
Dude, the crowd was so hot for that one too.
Coming back, that was the day of the Atticus incident. Cole
was a fill-in. Yeah. Yeah.
For Atticus.
Yep.
Yeah, that's another one where I said when 440 left, both sides lost. GCW and 440 on that. Sadly, that's just how I feel about it.
I haven't, like, their news.
RSP was red hot. Atticus was red hot at the time.
I can't, like, that was the one where Cole hit the chandelier with the with the ladder too, and Big Vin's all pissed off. I miss these days. Look at this. I loved it. You could
just go to the Kawada slaps.
You could I always popped for 3 things every GCW show: the hot start and the 1 counts. I always popped for those.
Boom.
That clothesline from hell.
Oof, that was high.
Oh.
Oof.
Ooh. Nice save, I'll say, maybe.
He's like, that's it.
Yeah, that's fucked up ending right there. He was gassed.
I think he was using that move kind of he didn't hit it, yeah, right, but I think he was using that for a finisher for a little bit. What's the next match?
That was number 3, right?
That was the third
match
of the show.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Shit's changed.
So next, Too Cold
Next is-
versus Reefer.
Yeah. We need to get the
This-
fuck out of the terminal. I'll just say that. We just need to go. I don't like being in the basement of a fucking old casino.
No, it's not the basement of the casino. It's the first floor of the parking garage of the Showboat Hotel, which used to be where the old grandmas came in on their day trip buses, and that's where they parked.
Do they
If
like?
you look
grand.
Do they park there when GCW's not there?
Well, it used to be, but then they
It
closed
used to
it
be.
and now it's a
Okay.
convention hall.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I feel like we just got pushed into a, you're asking for where your stapler is, and then they just push you into the
Yeah.
basement in like a corner spot, and you're like, well, okay, here I am. I'm just wondering what's going to push them out, but I know at the same time, hotel rates and stuff is kind of also helping make sure that the fans can have a nice spot to relax after the show. I don't know. Something's got to change. I think all the fans agree with that. And, yeah.
The issue is just that there's a lack of elsewhere to go.
See, and that's the thing. I don't know what else is in the AC area. I don't know if another state is better than one. And
They can't leave Jersey. Jersey's.
I thought that was
home,
Ortiz
Jersey.
for a minute.
But see, the one thing I do like is they build up the trust in the Showboat. They're allowed to do whatever the fuck they want there, and that is always kind of makes those shows feel more exciting. Even though the terminal's not the most aesthetically pleasing at the moment, I think. I think I would rather knowing that venue is going to have glass. Like the comfort there is for me, but I wish they would be able to do something to set it up, like somehow, like set up even more things with more decorations or something. I don't know. Add some color to it even.
Now we're approaching minute 53 in the next 10 seconds if anybody wants to.
Yes. Reefer versus Too Cold Scorpio, 53 minutes in.
This is definitely a match that would have been a lot better in the year 2000, but that it happened at all was even a miracle. There is no cooler visual in pro wrestling than watching people fight through their own fans to get through the ring.
Yeah.
And
And I will
see,
die on that hill. That having wrestlers fight through the crowd, through their own fans, just to get to the ring, is one of the hardest visuals.
and you don't see like this one person just following the same wrestler literally the entire venue, dragging on their shoulders and everything else. Like that's one thing I kind of like about the AC crowd from what it looks like on my side. Like the crowd is good, but then they know when to calm it down, like to don't go overboard.
From being in that pit multiple times, there is definitely a self-policing vibe on that ramp gauntlet of yes, make the show better, but please don't be a douche and make the show
Exactly.
Yeah, see, in LA, we get a couple of those. They really do try to make. Like, we've had what was the one dude? He was like, stole shit off a gauge. one time.
Hammer dude?
Anthony.
Dude. Yeah.
Is that
he
Hammer
was-
dude?
No. He's actually really cool and laid back.
Oh, he's right. The one that took the one that's always hammered, right? Is that what you're saying? I misheard you the first time. Oh, okay.
No, not Hammer from Bocce Boys. I'm talking the guy with that big ass steel hammer.
Oh, no. Okay, yeah, no. I was thinking. I
he's-
misheard you.
he's
My
chill.
bad. Yeah, he's a cool guy. Actually, a funny story about Collective. Like, he got me into his show for free because I had to do one of his wrestlers on his show a favor from Vegas on my way down to Collective, and so I got there, and he's like, "Hey, you're here."
Crowd. Look at that crowd of people younger than Scorpio's last run in a major company, just
Right?
going bonkers for Too Cold.
He was one of my favorite wrestlers back in the day. Flash Funk.
Yeah.
Shout out
There's an
to almost
excitement lost.
everybody I know in that gauntlet. Mittens, Big J Sawyer.
That was
See who
funny.
else we got here.
Which wrestler best clotheslined him during the show or suplexed him? Rena, right?
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah,
Rena.
Rena.
Yeah, Rena that body slammed him one day, and then got body slammed by Jay the next day.
That was funny. I like that spot.
And I remember on a certain website that you could watch GCW shows for free back in the day that I'm not going to mention here, is that the entire crowd was, holy shit, this crowd plant sells better than half the roster.
Too cold.
It's cool he works the crowd though with that music. Oh,
Him and
old school.
him and Speedball are
Yeah.
big crowd workers. MDK Kid, there we got him. Philly Mike's working the
Philly.
crowd behind him.
I haven't seen him in a while. I think, yeah, didn't Speedball... Oh, man. Oh, I guess I think Speedball went against Too Cold in San Francisco. I gotta look that up now. I gotta test my guesses here. Yep. Oh, that was an AC. Speedball versus Too Cold, AC. New Year's.
And you can tell that this is a Corona era match because we have we got Bandito Too Cold.
Remember that match we covered, John, when he landed right on Ali's face? Oh my god! We kind of stumbled around talking about it.
You know, I almost feel like that's one of the last matches we've seen him at GCW since then.
Actually, I think
He
you're
was
right.
really damn nice with her.
I have it up already.
I'll tell ya.
Actually, the Speedball one. Oh, he wrestled a couple times actually. Close to it though.
Crowd definitely on Reefer's side as the hometown ish boy. The split chant is so cool.
Yeah, you look at Phil up now. They're getting bigger. Like the wide shot has to go wider now.
And the fans are the show now. They're really a part of the show. You know, you can watch the fans as much as you watch the match now. I love it.
Some people will say that's the absolute worst thing, and say that's the absolute worst thing is that, you know, faces in the crowd mugging for camera time is the worst thing.
Yeah.
But there is definitely a Greek chorus aspect to being a fan at these shows.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not in the crowd cheering or gesticulating, or let's be honest, the refs overact, and they're supposed to, you know, they're meant to overact to be that face that we can latch onto and say, oh, this is how I should react to this situation.
A good ref would do
But
that.
But GCW has that aspect where a lot of the crowd knows, you know, how to, you know, you'll see people in the crowd that get hit by an errant tope, and then they'll just act out and just, you know, be dead for 5 minutes.
Yep.
Obviously, that very heavily depends on where you are and who's sitting in your front row. But
You have the Invisible Man and the Invisible... What was it?
Stan.
Invisible
Invisible
Man,
Stand. That match has had a scholarly college paper written about it.
yeah.
Somebody wrote their dissertation on pro wrestling based off Invisible Man versus Invisible Stan.
Remsburg was the referee, right?
Remsburg, yeah.
Great performance piece.
He has a big improv background, so that's why that worked so well for him.
Yeah, having all those fans sell the dive off the top there was...
And being
Those
in
are the
a
fun
Mania
ones,
Week crowd did not hurt that match. I think if that match did not take place during Mania Week, that match would not be the classic it is. So you can't even disagree with me.
Yeah, I was trying to say, like, I thought maybe the crowd would be worse for it, but luckily they were, like, especially being a Mania crowd, you got a lot more new people that don't get the stick, kind of, you know?
You had the most in marks of the marks at that show. That's why that match went off so well.
I know.
If you had a normal crowd there, you would have not seen more people sitting on their hands.
Yeah. I loved how they did it in Memorial. They did so many fun stuff with that.
Smoke that shit.
You know he's going to. Here we go.
Come on now.
Oh.
Oh, see, that is totally a foul, especially on Reefer's side.
So at one of the LA fight shows, like we went to, my wife, like it was like only like 100 people there, but Reefer threw the lighter way up in the air, landed right on my wife's head. She was so mad. I tried to catch it too. I totally missed it. He's got. He said it too hard.
Two gold coin
I
hands
forgot
and
that
for
spot.
shit.
I forgot that spot. Slingshot. I love that. Good save. That was veteran status there. Oh. Busted up nose.
Busted, yeah.
Like, let me get that shit. I love Reefer. Ah! I totally forgot this part of this match.
My blood.
I love it. Dude, how fun was that the smoke match? Trey Miguel and Kenny King
Oh my gosh.
from Revolver.
That's still one of my favorite matches.
That was a fun
Just-
one.
Yeah, and then the referee even got involved. But yeah, that was a lot. There was a lot of smoking. I'm surprised that damn pen didn't melt.
Right?
Yeah, they hit that thing a lot. I'm thinking it was CBD because holy.
that was probably
crap,
just
they'd be
regular
coughing their lungs out.
I would say it probably was regular, but like now, like no, I forgot. Like they went by me and it was legit. I was like, whoa, they're actually gonna do it.
Yeah, they were smoking something that had the weed smell to it. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, maybe it was just something like that.
that's the only thing I'm thinking of. But then there was some heavy coughing that went down too. So you know what I mean. You can't smell if it's
Yeah.
CBD, THC.
And then the Rob shit.
You could tell the crowd in this part of the match is they're starting to wear off the novelty of the quote dream match of Too Cold versus Reefer, and now it's the wheels in people's heads are just slowly turning towards, oh God, why are we still watching this?
Oh.
And I mean that in the nicest way possible, but you guys know exactly
Oh,
what
yeah.
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And they know what's coming up too. Like, yeah, they know this is just a little extra that they're getting compared to what they're about to get. And then I totally forgot about the Parker Cologne match until you brought it up when you brought up the show, John. I was like, holy shit. I mean, now I'm definitely in for that match.
There was a couple good ones on here. I'm like, you know what, this would be a good one to have because I mean, this was really, Homecoming was a beautiful time in 2021.
And this is probably the show I've shown like people when I used to stream and actually like show the videos and stuff. Like this was the show I showed them the most and talked about the most between this and Hammerstein. Like just the Cardona cage match. I think all those heel work Cardona does during this whole match and like the whole lead up and everything was so cool. I love this show.
Some good playing possum.
Yes.
Into the crossface.
Something simple like that could pop me like no other. just add a little bit of realism to it. Why's Chris Levine got the deathmatch gloves on already?
I think Chris just always wore them in these days.
See, and I
Where he is
remember.
now.
Don't care. Don't care.
Wow,
He
it's nice move.
I thought that Nolan Edward AJ had some glass in it. I must have been thinking of a different match.
You were probably thinking of the COS match with Nolan.
That might be it.
There's a person with a shield on in the front row, but I don't think that's.
No, that was just one of the other gimmick fans who just hasn't shown up in a while. That was his gimmick. He always just wore one of those like reflector invader helmet type things with a satin jacket that was similar to Mansur's satin jacket.
Oh yeah.
And if you
I
remember
yep.
back, that was how I'm blanking on her name. Chelsea. That's how Chelsea made her way into GCW. She stole
the
that
exact
guy's
jacket,
gimmick wear.
The Manser jacket and
that's
everything.
right, yeah.
Even those little pops, we don't get those anymore. Like, what was the last surprise name that we've had pop up?
At GCW.
Jarrett?
Oof, that's a long time ago, man.
Jarrett? Maybe the best surprise pop was the Briscoes.
That was fun. The end of
Hearing
that
Give Me
brutal
Back My
match.
Bullets in the carousel room was wild.
When I heard that music, I was like, no way. Like I could see them they fit GCW perfectly too. I enjoyed their run.
They did fit the vibe really well.
Damn, he's busted open still.
And I think there is a certain vibe that GCW does follow old school ROH.
Yeah. Now when I go back and watch these ROH shows, the old ones, I kind of like get it. So like when I see like a match like who was I watching the other night? I forgot. I was watching an old school match, but like I put 2 GCW wrestlers. Like, hey, that's what. If this match is happening now, this is what it just reminded me of. It was like Jordan and Alec was a comparison I made for GCW nowadays. I forgot the 2 Ring of Honor wrestlers I watched. I'm down for your Ring of Honor versus GCW Hammerstein.
I'm telling you, battle for Hammerstein.
Oof.
There's money to be made. Like the funny thing would be the fact that ROH performers, you know, are pretty much also GCW performers, quite a few of them. So the fucking back and forth and booking would be fantastic. You know, you have.
Well, I mean, now you're just falling into what they were doing with Speedball with that I forget the Montreal promotion. God, PCP Manny's promotion.
IWS, yeah.
Thank you. I wanted to say IWA, but I'm like, I know that's not the right.
See, that's another library I started watching a little bit more of to watch some Generico Steen stuff. Oh my god, how does he still hit that at that age? Oh my god.
1, 2, 3. You know it.
How did he hit that?
Yeah.
Don't go bogey. I used to love when him and Mark Merrow and WCW all the time.
Wow, Mark Merrow. There we go.
Hold on 1 second. Off camera.
We're calling for a lighter.
What'd she say? I'll be right back while this loads into the next match.
Oh, no sweat, brother. Yeah, I'm looking at some of.
And the crowd just doesn't. The crowd just doesn't surround the ring like they used to.
Nope. There's a lot going on. They're not. It's almost like some of them. They're not even as enthusiastic when the person comes by them. They're not. You know. They're kind of politely clap.
There is a sense of GCW has become a scene to be seen at rather than an event to go witness and watch. I mean, I'm guilty of that a little bit, but you know.
I'd love to know what's missing. What is it? You know, and I'm trying to figure out what it would be. You know, is it just we're missing the gritty wrestlers? Like, are we missing Schlack? I mean, we are missing Schlack. We talked about that, but what? I'm sitting here watching this, and I'm like, the fans are so much more invested. What is it? And I'm watching, you know, this match. I don't know.
Like,
I don't know.
Even at a match where I've literally described it as, okay, these guys are both, you know, I'm gonna say it, over the hill. But even then, at the end, we were still invested in the finish of that match. Even though in the midpoint where it was fucking sloppy, there were a couple points, and you know, clearly I'm not the person to be talking about athleticism, you know, with my fat ass. Right. But, you know, as a, you know, violence enjoyer and, you know, someone who's seen 1,000 wrestling matches, I could see, oh, he didn't land that. Oh, they didn't stick that. Oh, that was just plain sloppy. And, you know, fucking shoot me. I don't care. But seeing a match like Too Cold versus, you know, Grimm, at a certain point, it was cringy. Just cringeworthy just sitting there, watch that match go on. But they finished, but that the ending was so charismatic, people didn't give a shit.
That's how I feel about him.
Taking selfies in the entrance.
I feel like, there's some of these legends I don't expect too much in ring as long as they don't like embarrass themselves. Like, kind of just go off of like your character, what got you over, but don't embarrass yourself in the ring.
There also the terminal does not lend itself to the same gauntlet entrance that the Carousel Room did.
The walkway's pretty short, right?
the walkway is very short and it's half rows. So you
Yeah.
only have, maybe 5 to 8 bodies shoulder to shoulder on that gauntlet, where you had this massive walkway in the carousel room.
Whoa. Was XPW on tonight or some shit? No, they weren't.
They were on a couple days ago, I thought.
Okay, holy shit. I'm looking at this dive.
From Schlack.
Yeah.
You guys were
seen it,
talking
right?
earlier. I saw the clip. That's why I almost spit out my water. I was dying laughing at that guy just eating shit.
He could have seriously fucked himself up. He's very lucky.
Yeah.
Extremely lucky. Damn, he could have really hurt himself. I've probably seen this now 15 times because I'm just like, oh.
All right, so
Very
here
lucky.
we get some blood. Oh, what happened? Okay,
I think we're quick
there
cut.
we go. Drew Parker, 21. Damn, he was 21. My God. I hope he comes back somehow. He's still young enough.
I'll tell you what though, that cat had done so much at his age. I mean, he was Jun Kasai.
He didn't have much more to hit.
Yeah.
What else was left in his ceiling except for maybe injuries?
I just wish he would have done some more stuff out here. That's the
I
only
also
thing.
think he dodged a lot of deathmatch bullets too, so I think he found himself lucky at the
Oh,
end.
for sure.
To be perfectly honest, yeah, I agree with that.
I was so scared. I was at that show when he busted his leg, and like they actually had to stop it. I'm like, holy shit! Like
Yeah.
he literally, like I was
Fucking
like
choked.
just scared, yeah. And then, but seeing him the next day, just walking around, I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, I went over to him. I'm like, "How you doing?" He's like, "About 30 days." Oh,
That was such a fun match he was having with Alrez too. That was the first time I saw Alrez like do deathmatch, and I was like, okay, yeah, I like him now. Isaac, I missed us. Speaking of Isaac, BXS.
So the only thing that really gets me is the darts. Those fucking darts get me because I swear he's gonna hit a nerve or something. You know
That's
what I mean?
such a cool weapon, though.
My son,
Yeah.
my son gets
believe
so
it. That's
scared.
fun.
Like he watched I think it was Bubba Ray throwing darts at a Taven or somebody like that in a Ring of Honor show. Like we were sitting second
Oh,
row, and Mike,
God.
yeah, my son's watching. He's like, is that real? I'm like, and then he saw it sticking out. It's like, oh my God, like he's all freaking out. So now every time I see like the spot, like we were in the Backyard show when Jimmy Lloyd did it to Marcus to kind of like or to honor Drew Parker, and like he saw those darts and he's like, are you kidding me again? He's funny with those. Those darts are funny spots.
I forgot. I don't know how long this setup is, but this is a setup.
We could fast forward it if you guys want.
I remember that photo being taken. Earl in the bottom right corner took a photo of me and Jimmy Deacon and a couple of our friends who sat front row together that day.
Nice.
I
You got,
remember
you got
bringing
everybody in that front
goggles.
row right there.
I hate calling GCW a front row mafia, but there is absolutely a front row mafia at GCW.
Yeah, especially this one on on hard cam side is crazy. They're chanting Schlack. Is that what they're chanting? Oh yeah, because he's getting on commentary.
Well, who do we got? We got Orange Crush Adam over there. Mittens is over there with him.
Yep. There's the goggles.
Start the fucking deathmatch.
This was the day I remembered. Don't wear science goggles. Wear like sunglass style safety goggles because they fog up on you.
Yes. Raleigh gave me some in Vegas, and I put them on, and that was the one thing I had. Like I was like, oh, I'm comfortable. Then, like 2 minutes later, I'm like, oh my God, I cannot do
I
these.
swapped to $2 Walmart style, low profile sunglass style safety goggles.
I probably need to look into that. That's how I first started talking to Raleigh and Gabe was they sat next. So it's funny. The whole situation was I'm in the middle. Oh no, I was in the middle. Raleigh and Gabe were in the middle. I was on one side, and then Raleigh and Gabe, and then on the other side was John and his family. And I was talking with them during the show, Raleigh and Gabe, and they're like, "Hey, do you need some glasses?" I'm like, "No, we're good." He's like, "Okay," and then like The first fucking light tube flew right by my face, and like I've been through death matches, I wasn't expecting that, but I saw the swing sideways, like horizontal, like a baseball, and I just told my friend who was his first death match, I'm like, that glass won't, like they won't ever do that because the glass flies in a dangerous way right off the bat. It like flew right by my face, and I looked at Raleigh, I'm like, you still got those glasses? And he started laughing.
I'll wear safety goggles just because there is a point to saying that, the visual of being on hard cam, wearing goggles and a bandana. But
Right.
even beyond, the visual where you're being that great chorus for the show, I'll wear safety goggles for my own safety. Not as a gimmick to, make this look like a more dangerous event than it is.
Yeah.
But even on the off chance, I'll look stupid and wear safety goggles if it's a glass match.
Remember IWS? Like they gave him like shields, like headgear.
They gave them shields they required to wear.
Yeah.
Uh,
That
Not
looked like
not
riot gear. I loved it.
the full-on welding mask. Like, you must wear these goggles if you're in the front row. I'm like, that's so wild because in AC, that's such a different vibe.
Yeah.
Dude, this match is gonna bring back so many memories. I'm gonna have to like. I'm gonna go watch all
riot that happened when
TOS.
he walked through the curtain.
Ugh.
Just the crazy in his eyes.
Yeah. Wow, look at that.
I know I probably shouldn't say it, but we ain't on the podcast. I don't care. Alex and Atticus, they were absolutely right in leaving. I think, man. They like Alex should have been champion. He should have been the one that took it off Mox.
Atticus or Alex? Which one did you say?
Alex should have took it off Mox.
Okay.
Atticus was right there. I think he probably should have he probably was going to be the one that take it off Mox at Collective, but I think Alex should have done it beforehand.
I'm not gonna make any of my politics known about that kind of stuff. I've made my feelings well known before in other groups, but
Fair enough. I kind of like what they're doing though. At least they're kind of doing a RSP, Alex Colon kind of group and Revolver. Just could see some cool, like, get to see them versus SGC in a totally different company, which sucks.
yeah. Watching
Revolver's making moves over there.
watching Revolver have storylines and watching people that are aligned in groups that you don't normally see them aligned in is such a mind fuck coming from GCW. Because if you think Alley, you think Bussy and maybe Manser.
JT Dunn.
And then you have this JT Dunn, Alley and JT are married storyline going over there in there, and then they have SGC as like a separate group who Alley has never met before. It's so wild to compare, universes to.
I like it though. Okay, it's cool, like different outcomes.
It's literally Silver Age, Gold Age bullshit. Because tell me that the rosters are not 90% shared between the two.
Oh yeah,
it's still the same super indie / hardcore peeps between the two feds.
Mm-hmm. And then AEW feeds Revolver a little better.
what happened there? Did you
Even though
forget
the
his
entire
name?
Brat Pack has been being fed to AEW, with the grand exception of Finley. Finley went to the Fed.
That one's kind of not shocking, but shocking. I don't think he's ready yet.
Brogan Finley?
Yeah.
Yeah, he reported to Performance Center, or is reporting to Performance Center. So.
That's cool. Jay Malachi is too. Like that's one I think that's definitely you get him at a young age and just groom him because he's going to be.
There was also
stud.
that other call up of that surprise call up out of nowhere from Impact, now TNA. It was Leon Slater got the call up to TNA. That's got to be weird adjusting to say TNA again after saying Impact for 15 years.
John, I got to talk to you about that too. I want to go to that show. Did you want to get tickets to it or what do you think about it? It's in January.
Go on sale for it.
Saturday. I'm not going to be able to get it Saturday anyway, so I'm waiting. But I want to go to that show. And I was going to see if you're interested. I want to go too.
I'll have to see.
All right.
I don't even know who would go with me for that one. If Owen would want to go or who.
Because the opportunity to see Leon, that's still one person I didn't get the chance to see live, and that'd be cool to see him live over or Impact or TNA now. Yeah, it is weird. That's gonna be so weird saying that again.
You guys have any more AC questions for me while I'm sitting right here for you?
Let's see.
I'm just trying to think. I keep getting caught up in this fucking show every time they show the crowd. Like, it's just a good crowd.
it was a very, very happy to be there kind of crowd.
Yeah, thankful.
Sixth time defending this belt, having previously done it against AJ, as well as in Mexico, at Zona 23, of course.
Yeah.
And the very natural GCW chant coming up.
Yeah.
That was not a. You could tell the difference between a forced Fed chant and a natural Fed chant,
Yeah,
and that was a
yeah.
very natural Fed chant.
Oh, that glass there.
If you guys feel like I'm making up terminology, that's literally just what I've been calling it in my head for all this time.
No, I got you.
There we go.
Just that natural, just get a tube off the wall and just braining them with it.
This is gonna make me miss some old death matches, man. I think, yeah, John, we gotta throw TOS 666 in here soon now after watching this.
I'm in for that.
Like, just taking a tube in a tope out to the crowd like that. Where else you fucking see that shit? You don't. There's nowhere else for that tube to go except into the front row. Tell me you don't see that shit elsewhere.
That's one of the things I didn't like about the first time they came out to Vegas and like the FSW arena. That there was like guardrails and stuff, but like at least the next time there was no guardrails and we were right there.
That
We got
is
treated
also
nicely for that.
Yeah.
no guardrails is also such a integral part of the GCW experience. I think.
Yep.
So like going to like Melrose Ballroom.
I
in
was
New
just
York
about.
City
I was just about to say that. Like you could always expect. There's one spot they're going to the outside, and it's going to be the rampway.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Over
just
in,
pick that glass out of his
Chicago,
head.
the estates are gone. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh no.
Yeah, so they got tired of picking glass out of the fake the fake grass
Yeah.
that they have there, and so that's why the NGI didn't go to Chicago. And
That makes sense.
They had to basically make a quick call on that one, and that's where that's where the NGI landed. So that's not exactly where Brett wanted it for obvious reasons. So
I think they're doing a cool thing with it. I do think New Year's is going to be. I think they might save Kazai for
I definitely
Gage
expect
day
New Year's
2.
to be a very hot front to back crowd versus some more recent terminal GCW shows.
Carver's ass up.
Puts on the brakes. Does Parker looking to send? Oh!
See, I think that's why I like these two as like my deathmatch wrestlers because they can actually freaking wrestle and do moves. Don't rely on everything.
They're wrestlers
Yep.
first, and then deathmatchers second.
I fell in love with Drew Parker. Like when I first saw him, his first like match, the first like 5 minutes, it was a death match, but he was like no glass in it yet, and he's like just doing flippy shit. I'm like, whoa! And then all of a sudden he pulled out glass. I'm like, holy shit, this guy's awesome.
Oh my god, the first start spot.
Look how that's in there.
Yes.
One more time.
You sick fuck.
Slack pulling a seat up closer to the
Oof.
oh,
Oh, good Christ.
That was the bullseye, just his spine.
again, he said viral clips right there.
This whole show was, man. Like, yeah, seeing Xavier Woods talk about it, and seeing people in Ring of Honor when it was actually a company by itself. Then that was a crazy vibe that night. That was when wrestling Twitter was super fun too. That's one thing I miss is those Twitter spaces that everyone used to have.
Oh no. Looks like Flair was online and he commented, "I'm 76 and still talking." Woo!
74.
And, Flair is
Please.
74.
Please don't. If he's talking, please don't.
Oh man.
Double birds.
By the way, Blake Christian versus Tank. I want to see how that one's written.
Put a pin in that because I have words about Blake Christian's heel run, both good and bad.
Let's talk about it.
Well, I want to save this because I think there's some good spots in this match that we haven't been talking about enough. But I will definitely talk about that.
Ooh. These spots always make me wince too, right around the neck.
I told B that one thing that I think
Oh,
He
good
learned about his
Christ.
run is what he should ask for and what he shouldn't ask for in his run. I think that's what Blake has really learned from this one. You know, what
Yeah.
not to do, what to do, and what to ask for. And
Well, I mean, I think I can talk on the whole.
Oh, that
Blake
was in the
situation.
fucking
Oh
eye.
my
It's right in his
God.
fucking
Jesus
eye.
Christ.
Oh fuck.
Get.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Thank you, Kevin
It's not on
Gill,
his
man.
temple, it's in his eye. Alec, no. I was there the night we turned on Blake, and I can tell that whole story from top to bottom. So
Cologne is a deranged
if we have
individual.
a couple
Oh, yeah.
minutes, I can.
Oh yeah,
I can
because
tell that
I
story.
called it. I called it. It was going to happen before it happened. I was like, the crowd's about to turn on him, and it's going to be nasty. And I think I even said it better not be an AC, and boom, it was.
It was in AC.
Joe. Joe was funny. His smile when he's just sitting there like, with Blake.
And it looks like he may be down at the moment. I hope he drank some Pedialyte or whatever the fuck.
I think Joe is the catalyst for Blake Christian's heel turn.
Yep, his reaction as Blake sat on him was the funniest shit. Like, I don't give a fuck. You still suck. He's a vegan. He don't eat meat. Oh man, even the commentary I miss.
Commentary good or commentary bad?
Good. I miss like the Slack throwing in his bullshit and KG just turning it up the level.
Good Lord, Alex.
If you can appreciate it for what it is, I do like Nick Gage's commentary.
Oh yeah, I love
think
it.
Nick has gotten much better on commentary, and having that retired quarterback on commentary is very important in a situation like deathmatch. I think I can definitely see Nick settling into a commentary role at some point in the future.
And he does good, like hysterical, funny comments, like "fuck the ref," stab him in his eye. But then he also like does a great job describing like some of the spots and like why they're
Yeah,
attacking
he'll
it and
go
stuff like that.
And then he'll say, "Sorry, I'm not talking so much. My Chipotle got here." Like, I'm waiting for that cabin to happen because that cabin I think was one of the best.
Yeah.
I think it's still Russell.
I'm waiting for the dart through the mouth. I think that happens this match.
Oh,
0-1-1, I think it is for Japan.
Oh, this is a coast to coast, not a Texas to California, or California to Texas.
Looking to go coast to coast here. Drop kicks the bundle of tubes.
what's the size on that ring there? 16,
18.
16, 18?
Probably 18. It's
Yeah,
definitely
that
not
one.
16.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least an 18. It might have been a 20.
Oh, I don't think that. I
That
don't think
angle
so, yeah.
probably 18
Yeah.
Yeah.
because there's a certain chibiness to a 16. If there's a certain like super deformed chibi kind of look to a 16.
You can also count steps. Sometimes there'll be a half step off if it's a 16 version.
Yeah. I think this is based off that this is probably either an 18 or a 20.
Oof.
Oh, just that perfect reach up to the top there.
Yeah.
And here's the cabin.
So ominous.
Like Abraham Lincoln used to use in southern Illinois.
So who do you think they're going to announce next for NGI? They got 4, right? They got number 5. They got announced still.
I think for people who really know who those people are, it's good.
Risa Sarah is a huge get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say Gabe
Yeah.
got me hooked, like not hooked on her, but like I watched like a couple of her highlight films, and wow, I think
Good.
fans are going to be in for a surprise that don't know her. Right, all over it.
Fuck.
His arm.
You can see Alex Cologne trying to brush some of the glass away from his eyes.
Just the holy shit flowing through that room.
Cologne.
I hate to say it, but the worst, well, no, I'm not even going to go there. Because I don't know what would happen with the talent. But if XPW folded, GCW would gain back hopefully 1 or 2 talents that we need at this point. Look at fucking
I don't know if Brett would take
Oh.
any of them back. I don't know.
I'd take Cologne back in a heartbeat. Big fucking Joe when he's over there.
Joe would probably be
I'd like
one,
him
yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, but Joe was part of the dick spot.
Yeah, that was it. That's so. I was just about to say that might be the only thing holding them back.
Yeah. for him to do that,
That
even
sucks.
crazy.
Yeah,
Just-
that's what I'm about to say. I was kind of
There's
disappointed it was
definitely
him.
an argument to be said that shit like XPW
Oh,
has
dragon
definitely
suplex.
affected GCW's
The
stock
super-
more than we want to acknowledge.
We could have a new BJW
Do we
Deathmatch
feel
champion.
that it's? I mean, is it just? Do you feel that it's part of just taking market share because it's taking away the heavier deathmatch fans? I mean, the
Oops.
more. Oh man.
Oh no! I
Oops.
forgot they missed that door.
Uh-huh. I wonder if
Oh.
it's taken away GCW's harder core deathmatch fans.
I think maybe at the beginning they
And-
took away like the LA fans when they first popped back
Yeah.
up because that was the only deathmatch LA was getting.
If I was in charge, I would say some of those people, good riddance to some of those fans.
Yeah.
They're usually the shitty fans.
The other part of it is that think of it like. Did you ever hear the old story about how Tylenol was poisoned in the 80s?
Yeah.
And then all pharmaceutical companies took a nosedive in their market share and their money for the next
Yeah.
couple of years?
Yeah.
What do you think happened when somebody saw the words deathmatch wrestling in the Dick spot together and then immediately saw a GCW highlight?
Yeah, there's a lot to that. Stephen A
Jesus.
was talking about what he thinks needs to kind of come out of wrestling, and some of it is like maybe some of the guys should get together and tell each other when it's a bad idea that it's a bad idea. And sometimes there's some comedy spots that are just corny that need to stop. That
Yeah.
is given the rest of the industry a bad name. I don't have a specific spot. I'm just saying there's a lot of corny, you're supposed to laugh at this spots that aren't laughable and they're just stupid.
I
Yeah.
think comedy spots that
Yeah.
are repeated are definitely a big offender on that.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I get you. I get you.
You know, for example, I don't want to say is like Chuck Taylor's grenade spot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's funny once in a while, but that's not in every show.
Yeah,
spot,
no,
unless,
no,
you know,
for sure.
unless
That's
you're
what we
making
were
that your
saying about
finisher.
Santana. Like Santana Jackson's kind of a.
Santana Jackson. I personally enjoy Santana
Oh,
Jackson.
I love
because-
him.
because he lures you in with the Michael Jackson impersonator gimmick, and then he's actually decent.
Like Orange Cassidy
Uh-huh.
kind of turns it on when it's time. And he's
Okay,
improved
so
in the
with
ring
him-
too.
With him, he used to be like the drizzling shits. So he's really improved.
That's what I was
on
saying.
that.
Yep.
Santana or Orange Cassidy.
Santana, yeah.
Santana used to be terrible.
It used to be just like the
Brilliant.
literally the spots and then the DDT.
Literally the spot.
Yeah.
It was, and even those were executed poorly, 50-50.
I mean, I can't say that I haven't enjoyed some of his matches. Like he's done fine. You know, if you wanna, you know, discredit me as an expert because I think I like Santana Jackson, you know, all right, bye.
Santana Jackson, his match against JTD was like that was the most wrestling. Oh shit, that was high. Was the most
Fuck.
wrestling I've seen from him, like actual
Now,
in
funny
ring
enough,
wrestling.
with the fans here, especially being very touchy, GCW fans, I'm really surprised Santana Jackson went over like he did so well. You figure fans
Oh,
would kind
you
of be a
think
little
we
iffy
think
about
GCW being as snooty as we are?
about stuff like that.
Yeah.
They'd be like, well, you know, Michael Jackson, this and that, and it's like, no. What if it's just we're having fun?
That's what I was afraid
It's
of when
okay
he
just
showed
to
up in
have fun.
AC. Because he showed up in AC before, right? Or is it coming up his first? I
No,
thought-
he his first
Yeah.
was, I want to say, Homecoming this year.
With like Dark Sheik or something like that, if I kind of remember correctly too. But
It was he was out here when shit was this year his first time out?
I think so because
I bear with me while I consult the cage match.
I'm doing it too. But like I remember seeing him there. Like I thought they took like pretty good care. Like the crowd was hot for him and like super popped. And I was kind of expecting the opposite because of what you were saying. Like, hey, we kind of know him out here a little bit more on the West Coast than they do on the East Coast because he's out here all the time.
Actually, his first time out on the East Coast was in 2019 in a WrestleMania week show in a little place called the Rahway Rec Center for Pat Buck's fed WrestlePro
Yeah.
during they had a show. I was actually at that show. I forgot I was at that show. It was a Wednesday night show the week of WrestleMania because Rahway was close enough to Jersey City at the time. They did an entire night of comedy matches called "Does Funny Equal Money?"
Ooh, oh my God. He landed on the
And
wood.
Fucking board.
Yeah, he landed right on the wood there.
Yeah. And on this match, on this Funny Equals Money card, I'll explain it after this.
That was a perfect one count.
That was a 1?
That was a perfect one count.
Yeah. Also, the cameraman needs to notices he knows when to like pan out.
Oh yeah, the argument has been great on this one.
Yeah, it's
There it
and
is.
then scan back out again. There you go. Show the crowd. Very good.
Oh.
Oh,
Wasn't it like the fuck you knee or something like that? Like,
Could Drew Parker's title reign be less than 24 hours?
We have a new BJW champion here in the United States, Alex Cologne. Parker not giving it up, trying to fight on
yeah, these are the old school death matches I miss, man.
Just to circle back on that comedy gimmick show.
yes.
This show included Scarlett Bordeaux versus John Harnett with Dan Lambert. Pat Buck in his buzzsaw gimmick versus Santana Jackson. Allie and Rosemary versus Dan Barry and Bill Carr's Team Tremendous, the Cops. There was a bird box blindfold match between two local guys. And then there was a gimmick tag team gauntlet match including Jose and Jose B, CPA and Kip Stevens as the Breakfast Club. Job Security, which is literally two jobbers doing like a job squad type security gimmick. A tag team called Massage Force, which I'll let you figure that out.
Oh my God.
Fallah Bah and KM doing the Fallah Bah gimmick. And then Nova and the Blue Meanie for some reason. And the main event was Dan Ma versus Hornswoggle in a street fight.
I need to see Nick Gage versus Hornswoggle.
Didn't it happen?
Yeah, but I say, wasn't that?
Part 2.
I'm about to say,
No,
There've been so many,
that
yeah.
happened like 2 years ago, right?
no, just recently.
Just recently, I think.
Yeah.
Holy, oh no. I'm talking. You know what I mean? Like not one of those where there's extra people involved.
Oh
Good
yeah.
One-on-one street fight.
I want to see Deathmatch Swoggle.
Or Janela versus Swoggle would be the great way to do that.
Oh.
Because there's so much. Oh,
Oh, stuck on him
because
too.
there's so much imagination there. I think him and Swoggle would put something cool together.
Yeah, Joey would have fun with him.
Does it show how many people are in here right now on YouTube?
Nobody right now. There was like it's been like 3, then 2, and then it's
Okay.
like gone up. Yeah. Oh,
Whatever, we're talking to nobody. Who cares?
No, it's good.
that's fun. Yeah. Choke him out.
Alex still call.
Oh, now he's got him in the fucking rear naked or some kind of shit.
Some type of shit in
It's some kind of shit.
Some type of
Thanks,
shit
Schwack.
indeed.
Will he get finished with the some type of shit?
Oh, his ear's
Bad
fucked
chance.
Cologne may be out right here. Cologne's unconscious.
He's
I can't
out.
believe it.
And they called it.
History
I think that was a
We got a new
obviously the crowd's kind of
Parker came all the way to a
should have been a little bit more clear ending.
I remember us being very
Confused, it
blasé
looks
and
like.
such a-
Oh yeah,
such a weird finish.
looks like that some of the fans are confused. Like,
Yeah, you can even see like some of them are looking around at each other.
I don't like how the whole arm drop now is only like 1, or could it be 3?
You'll
Like, I
see-
think that's what
You'll
causes some
see
confusion.
some people do 1.
Yeah.
You'll see some people do 3.
I think that's what caused the confusion there. Like, hey, it's only 1 instead of 3.
Yeah, MMA changed that whole thing.
Yeah. They'll do it wrestling the old school 3 times.
Yep, the old school 1, 2, 3, and then yeah, because MMA, it's if you're out, you're
You gotta
out.
have a little bit of realism to it. And
Yeah.
One.
win the gold.
Yeah.
2 belts in about a 24-hour
What sucks about that is you can't get the 1, 2 dead, and then he wakes up on the 3rd one.
You can't see that Hulk out on the 3rd anymore. Yeah.
Unless you're what was that? That UFC fight there, the guys knock each other out, like knock each other back conscious.
Oh, that was crazy.
it was Barry and Congo, Czech Congo. Okay, what's the next match?
The first European ever to hold a GCW title.
Oh, that's a cool stat. Didn't know that.
What's that?
Oh, full European. First full European. What's up, Biz? He said first full European to hold the GCW title.
All right, good. Biz is in here.
Biz.
All right, Biz, let me tell you where we're at on this Homecoming 2021 Part 1. We are
141.
Yeah, we just hit 141.
Just
if you wanna
141.
jump in.
All right, so
Thanks,
next is the scramble. Hey, appreciate it, Biz. Appreciate it.
Fucking love you, bro.
Next is the scramble. Do we want to watch it? Because I think I remember how it was, and I don't know. It's up to you guys.
I think for the sake of expediency, we should skip to SGC and then skip directly to the final.
What do you think, John?
I have no problem with
Okay.
skipping because I have probably till 10:30 or so.
I was about to say because we started late. My
The
bad.
next match I see here is the
All right, Biz.
scramble.
Appreciate you,
and
man.
That kicks off at 20. You could do 204.
204.
Let's-
Okay.
Let's see what 204 looks like.
let me get to
204 it comes back. Yeah, it comes back at 204:10. So you tell me when you want to start right around there.
Well, we're gonna
204:10.
SGC, right?
Oh yeah, you know what? That's my bad. The next
Okay.
one on here is the
Yeah.
scramble. That's my bad.
No,
Do you
it's
want to
good.
go to SGC?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah,
except
let's
I
go
remember the
SGC.
scramble is just Atticus kind of sneaking in at the last second to fuck Jordan over. That's how
My
all
bad.
that started. No, you're good.
My bad.
I was just thinking, like, I don't remember anything memorable from that scramble off the top of my head, other than I think
Here
that
we are
stupid
with
that
Fight TV
ending.
again, slow.
Ken. Mercer lands a shot.
Oh, hell yeah. Just showing support. That's awesome, dude.
Okay, so the next one starts.
B made me put pants on for this because we're on video this time. So
You still haven't backed your chair up yet.
that's see. I still have a mystery. Okay.
So it's like 2 hours and 26 minutes. It looks like.
Is that where you're at?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm getting.
What was the exact number? I'm sorry.
2 hours and 26 minutes is when Jimmy Lloyd comes out.
All right, tell me when you're gonna play 226.
All right. There we go. Okay. I have
Give
mine
me the
paused.
countdown when you're ready, sir.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Bam. All right. Cool.
And see, I missed this version of Jimmy Lloyd too when he was having all these banger matches with G Raver, man. I always go back to
I
that.
definitely see that coming back these days.
What's
Yeah.
that?
Jamie coming back to the main event scene.
I hope.
I certainly hope so because the fans want it.
I would like to see the deathmatch version of Jimmy, like with G Raver. All those matches were awesome and violent and crazy. That glass.
I still have to tell the story of how Blake Christensen became a heel.
Oh yeah, here you go. That was a
Yeah.
good time.
Let's hear it.
It's because he decided to go on a 15-minute rambling promo after that 25-minute stinker with Tony Deppen.
That's what I was saying at that time was he's got to get out the fuck off the mic because it's just like calling out
then
ex
the
WWE
crowd just
wrestlers.
was not having it. Like Joe and those boys were just not having it that late in a card on a Saturday night. And like, Jesus Christ, just get out of here. Let's go to the next one. Why the hell are we still doing this?
Wow.
Yeah, I kind of was thinking
And
that's where it was
started
going to go.
Fucking booing him, and that's when the inklings of the heel turn started. Was the next time he came. Then he started getting booed only in Atlantic City.
Yep.
He would be cheered everybody, but he would be booed out of the building in Atlantic City.
So regardless of the circumstances, you'd like to see the tag
Yeah, I was saying he was just his promos. I want you, Gargano. I want you, this person that was released. Like, why don't you focus on the NXT roster or the GCW roster instead of the NXT roster? Like, you got all these other people here you haven't beat yet. That was
Give me
like,
1 second. I'm gonna say goodnight to Steph real quick. I'll be right back with you, man.
no worries. Tell her we said goodnight.
Will do.
Yeah, that's the only thing I hated is all those promos. Like just calling out other people. It's like if you're gonna cut a promo, at least call out somebody that you could actually wrestle
Right.
instead of like hoping for an outsider to come in.
Odd for me to see. The idea that
I think I went out and followed Joe that day, like on Twitter after that incident.
his mortal enemy, G-Raver, to come to the ring to be his
All right, this is directly after Raver and Jimmy got the belts back from
In Mexico.
jail off the Macizos. Yeah.
Yep.
It's absolutely terrifying. G-Raver almost had his life taken.
Obviously now nobody wants to be within 20 minutes of
Right.
Injuries that will never heal because of Jimmy Lloyd.
Man, that fall he took a hammer sign too. I was watching it. I was like live. I was like, man, somebody better hold that ladder. He's gonna eat shit. And luckily, he could have felt a lot worse. But he's crazy. He always does some crazy jumps and shit.
Killing him than he did helping him win the titles, but Jimmy's equal.
I thought they told a good story though with him and Jimmy, and like Jimmy sitting on tied up on the ropes and like, I fucking quit. I quit before he's about to get the scissor board again.
That held the glass ceiling now holds their tag team in the States.
I do miss his work. Don't like him, but I do miss Raver's work because it was always one step away from getting fucking injured. That's the only thing I really liked was the
There
entertainment
is
value of him
something-
falling off a ladder.
There is something about wrestling that it's very much one step harder to separate art from artist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Jimmy Lloyd looks incredibly,
Like,
incredibly
And that
I mean,
sucks. The
like,
internet
if-
has done so much, but it's also hurt a lot.
Like in so many other performance arts, it's so easy to separate art from artists. Like, you know, actors in a movie, actors in a stage play. I don't know what it is about, like, you know, wrestling and its need to present itself as legitimate that intensifies that whole feeling of this you can't separate art from artist as much
Yeah.
in wrestling than you can from other live performances.
You know what? Okay. You know what? Since you're sitting here, at least we have now two witnesses. I'm gonna say something super unpopular with almost everyone else. I'm not a big fan of all the blood sport stuff. I think it just looks like shitty MMA. That's just me. I'm so sorry. I get crucified on that statement. But every time I try to watch it, I'm like, I don't believe that. And if you
That's
have any,
fine. Like that's
Yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not doubting it because, you know, the reason we went to pro wrestling instead of MMA was just because there's such a spectacle to wrestling that there isn't to MMA.
Yes, I want the flash.
And Bloodsport kind of, you know, reduces pro wrestling down to that MMA aspect. And if you don't like it, I totally understand
just,
that.
Yeah, and I always say it respectfully, but I always love giving it out there to people because I know it's a very popular. It's some of the most, it's some of the highest rated shows on GCW through Cage Match, but I've had a very hard time watching those.
I kind of like when it's
And
like the
I-
non-traditional ones, like a Ninja Mac versus a Yo-Yo, or Kota Ibushi versus Joey. Like those are, or not Joey.
The wrestlers
Speedball.
doing MMA as pro wrestlers rather than the MMA guys who have been pro wrestlers doing the MMA.
Yes,
Yeah.
because you can tell the difference very quickly.
You like Kota going out there in shorts and kick pads
Right.
as a pro wrestler, like back like UFC 1 style, where my presented fighting style is professional wrestling versus, you know,
Yes.
a karate master.
And I love.
Instead of now, where it's this, everybody is Bernie Potts, every flavored bean, and everybody knows every single discipline. It's not MMA in the sense of its original title of mixed martial arts, where I'm a judo guy going up against a Greek, you know, catch wrestler. It's just a guy who's done 6 martial arts versus a guy who's done 6 martial arts, because MMA has evolved into a monolithic uniculture of a sport as well.
So the only
And-
thing I would have thought of. Oh, I'm so sorry. Go for it, man.
Oh no! I was literally finishing up my that thought about, like, you miss the style mismatches of
Yep.
the original UFC.
Correct.
That's me. Yeah.
Partially. Also, I think what it is if you're going to do blood sport, you do need to have an MMA background. You just have to. Otherwise, it doesn't look very good when you're used to seeing trained fighting of any kind. My thought process on Bloodsport,
okay.
of course they keep it on the ground, and I don't have an answer either way. But if they could have taken MMA and given it a 10 to 20% wrestling flair, but again, that would take away the believability.
Do you want
So
do you want top rope jumps in the octagon?
I
Is
know,
that what
right?
you-
Like, I know, right? Like somebody running the cage.
I ain't gonna lie, I was
no,
kind of
but I
expecting
think-
it.
But I think that all the things I'm thinking disconnect, and I think that's why I feel the way I do about that. I would love to love what everybody else loves, though.
I mean,
I
some
really
of
do. I'd love to.
some of the matches I don't like, they are kind of boring, and there's some of like they're more strictly, hey, they're like those shoot wrestlers that kind of do their dabble in wrestling a little bit, but like some of them also look real good. Like Biff Busick versus Moxley was good. Was it Coughlin in this Bloodsport? Like he looked like he fit in real good in his style.
Yes.
Like
Yes, he
there
did.
were some really good ones, but then there are also some like, oh,
Ninja Mac.
Yep.
Ninja Mac looked great in it.
yeah, that's what I was saying. Like that was my favorite one because it just totally brought a karate style, which is something in UFC you don't see often. As you said, the stylistic differences. I think that's where I kind of really enjoy it the most.
That would be very nice. Courteous to anyone in the building.
I know Mansour would do anything for the fans, but I don't know about if he would do anything for the promoter. Look at this now. Dominating Justice.
I still.
Some of these quips, I do miss some of these quips on commentary.
Yeah.
Justice pounding away to open up the
There I am.
G-Raver, truly a deranged man.
Just chilling, enjoying yourself. He's like, I'm gonna get a good shot of this shit. Blood everywhere.
Just watching that chair at the face of Mance Warner.
And you could see Warner is in serious
Ah.
trouble here.
Kind of
Got
grudge-like.
several chairs that have been placed
this
inside the ring
match.
as well as a door.
It's
Yes,
not a lot of
definitely.
flash. It's more like two fights going on.
Yeah.
Shout out to everyone.
That SGC match versus Briscoe is at UCC. One of the best matches I've ever seen live. Like singles
Yeah.
tag and no matter what. Like holy shit, just being in
was
that
a great
environment
match.
was
That
nuts.
was a great match on TV.
It was
That was a great match on
crazy
TV.
live. That was the front row, and I was like, that was nuts. That was like insane. You didn't know where to look, but it felt so fucking fun. Like the danger was
Look
fun.
at Raver just standing on his fucking neck.
The bottom rope getting back inside himself.
Was this where he staples it? Yeah.
Oh fuck.
In the hand of Jimmy Lloyd.
I want to see more of Mance Warner and Takeda. Like that's the style of Mance I've been living.
I enjoyed that match greatly.
Yeah.
Into the door.
Oh, oh fuck.
Get that blood going.
Referee needs to get in there and help the man.
What's he gonna help him with? Like a screwdriver or
Pliers.
You just hear the entire crowd in unison just cringe.
Look at the fucking
This
blood.
is pouring off.
As a weapon if he can.
This is
Kick the door down. That's the way to do it.
Oh. Or there.
Oh.
That's how you do it too. That was a good one. I forgot how they did it. I didn't.
The only feeling I can remember from that is the feeling of my balls retracting into the back of my throat.
I was just thinking. I was just thinking, John, man, like, how are you gonna say that? It's gonna hurt. And then 2 seconds later, that happened. Like, oh my god.
In a professional wrestling ring or
A
anywhere
door
in life.
stapled to your tongue and then just having a
Ripped
guy
out.
crash through it. Oh my Christ.
time Mance Warner's tongue got stapled to something. The cops came. That's all I have to say about that.
Jimmy Lloyd with Matthew Justice.
Up in that fireman's carry position, Justice.
There's nothing
escapes.
throwaway
And takes away the
in this
balance
in these
of
last few
Raver.
matches.
Looks like Jimmy Lloyd almost went
When it comes to like everything has been a story in the sense that it's not like a 5-minute squash.
Even
Yeah.
the frontman
I
Jaw
love how
Effie
each
was
match has
made
identity.
sense.
What did you say? I'm so sorry.
No, I was saying the frontman Jaw and Effie. Like, even though that's a 5-minute match in between here, like it was a story.
Throwaway that
Yeah.
led to fucking Big Game Brunch.
Yep. I was just about to say, like I know, I think that's when Jaw came out. I'm not sure about that. Like that's when I found out. But I thought that's when I read. Like that was pretty cool. But it told like a cool story of him and Effie. Even like that little small. That's what I love about Effie. He could get whatever time that he gets. He's going to make the most of it and tell a good story and get the fans invested.
Jimmy fucking Lloyd dropped his own partner.
I want to see Manson NGI.
Couldn't see, but I'm sure G-Raver
I
would
can
give
see
a
it.
fuck about those type of
Yeah,
details.
I don't think that he cares.
Come win another one.
That he was hit.
Wait, was it TOS or NGI that he won?
Second-gear crew taking charge of the matchup.
Probably an NGI
I was about to
because
say, yeah, I think it was NGI because TOS
Alex
was a
won
Cologne.
most
Yeah.
Alex won most of the TOSs in this era.
In search of at the moment is a merch deal because I know they got some new merch up on MDK.
He was a beast.
allday.com, working with the merch king Nick Gage, which is a good place to be. Working with
Oof.
Nick Gage always better than working against Nick Gage.
Yes. Jimmy Lloyd.
Oh, I did
sitting
like the
chair.
question on Patreon where they were asking Brett
Bloody
um,
door going to be
how
put
many
loose.
wrestlers have wanted to beat the shit out of him. That was an interesting answer. The one that really stuck out was Masada. I guess he was fucked up drunk, and he thought that Brett didn't pay him everything.
Yeah, right?
Did you hear that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then who was it that had to get the money and fucking count it in front of him? Do you remember?
I'm thinking maybe he said Alex. I can't remember.
Okay, yeah.
He's like, hey,
That was an interesting one.
actually, I actually
I
know
hear
what.
you.
Yeah, he took too much time.
No, not Cologne. I think it was. I think he did not say a name. I was thinking
I thought
Cologne when he
said
didn't.
hello.
No, yeah, no. I thought maybe it was Cologne, but now I'm thinking about it.
I
He
said
didn't say
Cologne,
name.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Back first.
Yeah, I thought you had mic problems and you said, like, I can hear you.
Kicks out. And there's Mance
Like I said, I'm a car
No,
crash.
I understand you were covering for me, but I am squarely calling out Alex Cologne on this bit.
Wasn't gonna wait right to the back with that belt.
Why wait when you could clobber now?
Yep.
But Jimmy Lloyd is
Like
still on
bringing
his feet
belts in
by
as just a
sun.
wholly legal weapon is such a fun thing.
Wait a second.
What are you doing?
Hey,
Exactly.
Guerrero,
Ah,
What are
the
you
old
doing
Guerrero,
in
yep.
front of him?
And then Ryan is like, what the fuck, dude? I just saw you do that.
Oh my god.
And it's GCW rules.
Exactly.
It doesn't fucking matter.
Once he did that, I was like, "What is he doing?" And then I was like, "Okay, this is." I
Like,
remember
that's
this.
a funny bit in a no. In a
What'd you
no
do?
rules Fed.
And this does not help matters.
That's good comedy.
Yeah.
That's good wrestling comedy.
Putting both of them.
I like the MJF version
Yeah.
of that whole thing.
Pulls Jimmy Lloyd out of the corner cover.
The double cover.
Oh.
Only two.
A referee with
Man, I can't
two
stop thinking
hands.
about this
Boom, boom,
extreme
boom.
vendetta that
I
goes
love
on
how that's
between
actually a
Jimmy
bit.
Lloyd
If
and
there's a double
He's
cover,
looking
they'll do the
like
double
hero
smack.
in the
It's
ceiling
great.
of this very room, the carousel room at the Showboat during the glass ceiling match, and right now the frustration of G-Raver is palpable. Both the frustration of nearly having his career and life taken from him, and
Fucking
the
Mance.
frustration of having to deal with these hiccups, if you will, in being a partner with Jimmy Lloyd.
I do like Mance with hair. He's better with hair than this way.
Oh, sexy Mance.
I like him better.
Looking for perhaps something to put to use.
Something to drink, perhaps, something to listen to.
The romancer.
Seems to be doing some
That was a shock to me. I didn't notice that. I didn't know that.
No, he was.
There's two I found out about that.
Love is in the air at the GCW
For
locker room.
real.
Door covered in barbed wire. It looks like.
Oh.
And a streamer.
Love is in the air alongside babies and dogs. If you-
Yeah,
Locker room's a daycare now.
Not looking good for G.
Everything you want in your deathmatch company.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Boom! Yes!
Done.
Look at they're all checking on him. Jimmy's looking at him. Ryan, they're all checking on him. I think he's like, is he out? I don't know.
Lloyd and G.
Good Lord.
Just days ago in Mexico, in zone of
That fall that he took
Jimmy Lloyd now
during one of those matches too and knocked himself out unconscious early in the match was crazy.
in a long time.
See, because just seeing the thing is seeing his eyes not blinking and they're the contacts, those eyes was
Yeah.
not a good look.
Sluggish. Struggling.
Mance fights his way off the shoulders.
Jimmy put on the brakes.
Oh. What the fuck?
With his own
And then still
partner.
kicking him down.
And I don't think he cares.
I think he's just tired of Jimmy's shit. Isn't everybody tired in some way of Jimmy's shit?
He's tired
He's
of
a
Jimmy's
great
shit.
fucking wrestler. But I think some people might be to G-Raver right now. There was more than a few hiccups in this
Wow.
match. And G-Raver's fucking had enough. The frustration has boiled over.
Oh, speaking of crazy shots, the
Letting him hear it.
GCW's Crushed Up in New York. The four-way tag title, the very first one, it was Macisos, Price and
Gonna have a
Radrick,
seat. It
Blissy,
looks like
and
Jimmy
Wasted
Lloyd's
Youth.
gonna have to go it alone
Cole said he took a shot to the head there. He don't remember any of that match.
Ugh.
None.
God
None.
damn it. These ones, man.
And
Yeah.
Jimmy and Justice just taking these cringy
Yeah.
headshots.
Yeah. Well, okay, so that's kind of what. Yeah. He stays away from headshots now
Good.
because it's just smart and it's not good. I hate hearing stuff like that.
That's even like the one thing that me and a lot of that circle that me and Joe run through is that headshots are cringy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And on it, and even though they look worse, sabuing a chair is so much better than a full swing.
I don't
Yeah.
care if you throw your hands up. If it looks good,
Exactly.
Yes.
The ways
And
that
sabu,
Justice
it looks
took
better
some
with
of
the
his.
sabu than it does a swing.
Yeah.
When you have your hands up.
Yeah. The way Justice took some of those shots, man, as just straight up were brutal.
You'll hear
Justice is
faint,
straight out of the 90s.
You'll hear faint CTE chants during
Yeah.
Justice matches.
I don't like those chants, man. Like that's like, but then I found out that that's what him and Bishop were called. I'm like, okay, I get it then. I just remember he missed like one of the GCW, no, the No Peace Underground show in Vegas.
You guys make small talk while I scrub ahead and
Okay.
find the top of the gauge match.
and Justice like, he's like, how come you didn't go to the show? I was wasted. Didn't feel like getting up.
Even this show being a 4-hour runtime, I was even off by an hour because I'm so used to our shows being 3 hours now.
Let's see what we got next.
All right, we are going to cut to
It's right, the main event, right?
3:10:00.
3:10:00. Heading up there.
That's the main event.
That's the top of the main event.
Yeah.
I'll count us in.
3:10.
Yeah.
All right, on my mark after 3, 2, 1, play. Should be the end of the video package now.
And they're like the blue ring. Okay. It looks blue.
I just heard all fucking day.
Yeah, I did too. Okay, we're
Okay,
right.
cool.
I'm at 3:10:20 right now. 3:10:25.
I just hit
Yeah.
25.
Oh, okay. I was ahead of you guys. There we go. There's the blue ring. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And here comes.
I love the troll, man.
The announcement.
Yep.
Look at Ammo up there.
I forgot Schlack did commentary on this match.
Christ. I can't figure out. Yeah. Looks like the teenage dirtbag up there with a microphone.
Oh, he took the hat off, yeah.
Well, there's a good reason he took that.
Yeah, yeah.
Make self-apparent in about 2 minutes. Oh my god. If you didn't see that there's actually one guy who has a Matt Cardona action figure, a twine noose in the crowd for this.
Oh, goodness. That troll was the best. I loved that music playing. I actually loved everything Cardona did this match. His whining, his facial reactions, just getting over.
Mm-hmm.
He's ready.
The always ready theme.
Yes.
With a fucking battalion of people to get the fuck off.
He is surrounded.
Oh,
I'm scared. Like, maybe not scared, but that's gotta be a totally different vibe from him. You know, he loved it though. That's what I think I loved about everything about his run is he just enjoyed it all.
It was enjoyable to watch too. Everything about him is enjoyable. I do like that they give him enough time to do what he does. I mean, the average Cardona segment's close to 30 minutes.
Right?
Well, 20 to 20, 25. You figure there's a 10, 50, 10, 11-minute match in there, and then there's 10
They
minutes
gave
of
him a
walking
main
around.
event slot for a fucking wedding segment.
I'll tell you what, though. My favorite moment from that is Maki Ito singing.
Yeah.
I'm
That was
not kidding.
That was great.
From Japanese to English, for her to be able to learn and know that song
Yeah.
was a special moment, and I hope people really remember that as such, because that was not easy for her to sing, I'm sure.
She's even said, like, on her Japanese, like, vlogs, is that GCW, she's the most popular just based on merch lines.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I believe it.
Now, if you're watching along, you will notice that Matt Cardona is currently wearing white clothing.
Yeah.
He will magically have a costume change by the end of this match.
Yeah, I agree. That was smart. That was a perfect thing for him.
Him coming out in deathmatch whites was such a choice I did not see him making.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, he does a lot of smart moves, and I love it. I love it all. The only impression I have of him that I remember was that when I finally got up close to him, I see the tan and like how he's got, from all the tanning. And I feel like I could look at him and go, dude, you don't have to do that anymore. You know what I mean? But that's so him.
Yeah.
That you
don't know
can't take it away.
You don't know if it's Matt Cardona the character or Matt Cardona the person that.
Right. And I always look at it thinking that's Matt Cardona being a wrestler. You have to have the fake tan. You have to have the. But he's going to be some of the last that does that kind of a. Here red.
It's him and him and Cardona. Cardona and MJF are definitely in that same vibe.
Yep. It's funny. You know what? And if there's anybody going to do an old school anything, it would be MJF. Which I appreciate.
Now just get ready for this mosh pit. This was the single largest mosh pit, I think.
Hell from National Park, New Jersey.
Led to the ring by Dewey.
I just like how he comes running out of nowhere. See ya!
Dewey. Nick just almost trucking him.
I really wish they'd have a second curtain back there so you couldn't see all the way to the back.
There is a certain hood ratness associated with GCW that
Right.
We don't care.
Right.
I like seeing too though when there is none. You can see like Alley Catch doing the Jordan dance or whatever in the background.
Yeah.
I love seeing like too that whole Vegas weekend that with Revolver and all that. You just see Speedball like in the back curtain, just his head sticking out the entire every show he's on, just watching everything.
Getting recordings. A lot of people getting recordings from behind the curtain.
He barely moved.
That's how
He's
deep
gone
that
like 6
fucking
people
gang
deep. Look at him. He's like, fuck, I can't move. He's
Like I said, fighting through your own fans.
Yeah.
He's always exhausted before he even gets to the ring all the time.
Oh, all right, I forgot this was a ski mask dress code day.
I don't think he's going to be able to make it to the ring.
Whom the bell tolls.
You know it's a bad crowd when the lyrics start on "For Whom the Bell Tolls" before he gets to the ringside.
That's what I was saying. This one actually now is feeling just as long as the Fight Club one. Fight Club was bad. This one's starting to feel like that.
This is that vibe that you.
Look at this guy beating his own head. Do you see the one guy beating his own head? He took a fist and was fucking hitting his own head. There's a guy in the green shirt, right? The guy just to the right of him, he's headbanging. That guy, he just started beating his own head with his fist. Now, how pumped do you get to come out? Oh my God, the figures.
The kid was cool.
That item was never used. The kid, MDK kid, for the children.
I thought they did knock down the toys.
I forget. I was on the other side of the ring, so I couldn't see it.
I thought they did because I remember like hearing like, oh, Cardona's gonna be pissed off.
That kid is pumped. How cool.
Pizza cutter. Look at this shit. You ain't getting this shit no more. That's what sucks, man.
Shout out to Sam Fines with the floppy pizza cutter.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Nick Gage unlocking the creative abilities of of his fan base.
Full-blown arts and crafts.
Have them a violent request, or they could deliver a compelling art piece.
See, then the fans are
It
like
might be-
screaming at Cardona in the ring, like "fuck you!" and then
Look at that guy. Yeah, he's going at it.
If something happens to
He don't even care when Nick Gage goes by him. He's just like, fuck you.
right.
Oh, I love it. The hate is real.
hopefully he updated it before signing the contract for this match tonight. You know, don't quote me on this, but between you and me, I heard Chelsea Green was sliding into Nick Gage's DM.
Sliding into the DMs.
Wind is blowing. Oh my. I got that from Sean Ross Sapp, who told me Dave Meltzer texted it to him, but it was Sean Radigan who found the,
Dewey getting caught up in the fucking things. Streamers. Jeez. Man, I can't talk tonight. This is wonderful. What a great time to go live.
It's so, like I said, there's such a vibe that you don't see in modern GCW shows.
No,
I say modern. This was 2 years ago.
right?
So much has changed.
And this was a post-pandemic show.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Nick Gage adores
Like, even post-pandemic, we're in a point where we see eras to GCW shows.
Look at this.
this place is insane right now, dude.
Yeah, it is.
I think you could even go back to, let's say, like the year 2022 GCW. Like the era was all about the tag division and all the tag titles and the tag main events and stuff. And then now this year it feels like we got all the new names from all the different companies to come all in. That's what I'm saying. Like I kind of like see the eras. That's why I'm hoping like 2024. Like let's go back to this era. Like we've done the fun stuff, we've done the cool, innovative stuff all across the countries and everything. Like let's go back to what made us popular and what got these fans in here.
Back to this era where, like, even everyone on the internet was hanging on every fucking word of these shows. And now,
Yep.
you know, it's just another blip in the indie calendar. And, like, what happened that GCW dropped so hard?
They were trending
how
more than the
much of it did
Olympics.
How much of it did we do to ourselves? I'm sorry. How much did GCW do to itself, though? You
Are you
had
talking
like
about
dildo
horrible-
spots and shit like that, to where people are gonna kind of laugh at us for stuff like that, you know. So I'm
I don't
wondering
think
how
it was
much
a
of
matter
that.
of. I don't think it was a matter of the
self-inflicted.
spots themselves. I think it was a matter of the volume of spots.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I think that we've talked about this privately or on recordings that didn't make it because we've done this 4 times tonight. Just, you know, the booking of Hammerstein.
Yeah.
There's just so many things to, you know, so many angles to attack it from.
And he got the suitable introduction.
I kind of hope they bring it back. Wait,
We're,
like,
we're going to sit here quietly for Emil's introduction. Sorry.
Introduction you're going to get in professional wrestling.
And Emil throws on a ski mask for it.
yeah, what? I love that. Eh. Worldwide.
Yeah, you're a couple seconds ahead of us.
Oh, sorry.
Worldwide, mine just said.
My bad.
In the
No, you're
fucking
good.
cell. Eastern Bloc.
You're about 4 seconds ahead if you pause and play. Roughly.
Peace. Big Nate hatred.
Rest in peace. Hatred. Rest in peace. Brother,
Okay, now I'm in.
justice, pain.
It's
Okay.
MDK.
Yep. Okay, I'm right with you guys.
Fucking day.
Right there.
Fucking day. Mine just.
You're
went
now,
out.
yeah.
Now you're behind. Whatever.
The fucking god of this shit. You're.
The king is here. He's got the gold.
And that hot
Loved
start.
it. I love the hot starts, man. That's the like hot starts and one counts were the ones that always made me pop every show.
You're looking at the man.
Yep.
Slack, putting the
Emil
boots
yelling,
to a
"Oh
dog
shit!" is
collector.
always on
Yep.
my bingo card for a show.
Yeah, exactly. That used to be mine too.
Mac Cardona makes me gotta go to
Like
the bathroom.
Emil
I don't know
saying
if I can
"Oh
last
shit"
more than
during a
20
hot
minutes.
start is on my bingo card.
Absolutely. Matt Cardona matches in the past have
Man.
been unprecedented sellouts at the concession stand and long-ass lines at the bathroom. But that all changed when he harnessed the power of his personality, and like it or not, despite the wishes of corporate, he was able to get himself over and endeared with the fan base before he got so up his own ass that he turned into the parody that you see today.
He must have paid
So
someone
up
off
his
with
own
that
ass.
action figure money.
Oh yeah.
Gotta love
And
it.
it's time
KG.
to introduce some. Oh, big
All
surprise,
those
Matt
tubes.
Cardona. Light tubes are going to be involved in a match against Nick Gage.
Just like the Cro-Mag sang about street justice, but Nick Gage deals out a lot of his street justice inside that ring.
Ring justice. Ring justice.
Get him, Nikki.
Nice.
Here we go.
Gage with the light tube.
Oh.
Cardona
Jesus.
Good. Such a good spot.
And the champion is busted open.
Got him too. Good shit.
Yeah.
Woo.
You
Boo.
were Matt
Boo.
Seeing Nick sell as much as he did in this match was wild.
Yeah.
Cardona pointing at that prolapse purple glove.
Bro, that's
Rolla.
Is he gonna do it? No. Fuck this.
seeing him do the boot scrape was
I was just about to say
not
that's kind of
cool.
crazy. Like they just happen to have the same move.
With tube in hand, you might want to turn around, Cardona.
It might be time. You Calzo skin motherfucker.
You
Fuck
fucked up.
this, yeah. It's like what the fuck, man? Try to get me out. I loved his selling right here. Fuck this shit. Get me out of here.
And watch the crowd just
Yep,
say,
block
"Nope,
them.
you're
They
not
blocked
leaving."
him. Yep.
Action figures in his
Love the
That
crowd, man.
locked arms saying nope.
Matt Cardona may never live to have another doll made again of
Matt
himself.
Cardona loves action figures more than his wife.
Yeah. Well, more than his wife, definitely. 'Cause she gets.
Oh shit.
my God, he just
Goes
hurled
jumping.
Cardona.
There's Sam.
Into the chairs.
Like he was a dirty action figure.
Nick
going
Look at him
Gage,
checking on the
you
kid.
okay?
Yep. Checking on the kid.
Okay.
Nick Gage taking a moment.
He really is like that. Oh yeah.
Was okay 'cause Cardona got
Because he cares
launched.
about the people.
Like he's
He
a-
cares about
people.
the
He was like that with my kid. Like he said, he was like making sure he was fine, checking on him. Even he was like, he just met him. He's like, "You good?
Oh,
You
there's
enjoying it?"
that I've told directly. Say you have crowd killing rights on me.
Man like that.
Fucking hug somebody into me. You're good.
Correct.
Hulk Hogan. Fuck him
Correct.
too.
The king of self.
Hold this.
Here we go. The
chair
king,
in hand.
Nick Gage.
Boom.
Participation.
And it looks like
I
some
love when
blood
it smears.
ended up on that chair.
The blood
I don't
smear.
know if that's
Such a
from
good
Nick.
look.
I don't
Right.
know if that's from Matt Cardona or possibly an action figure.
It could be. No, it's not Cardona yet.
It must be Nick Gage's blood at this point, but
What do you go through the man sign? Oh, another chair.
I think the chair had the
Another
pizza
chair.
cutter, the giant pizza cutter in
A
front of it.
fan-assisted chair.
Is that
shot.
Screwball?
Like,
unfortunately, I don't think that the sparkly
might have been.
is quite as sharp as Nick Gage would
Let me
like.
see.
in
Correct.
this particular
I thought I
match.
saw Zubaz pants. That's how I was like, wait, is that him?
It's the first iteration.
No, I can't tell now.
of the giant pizza
Gotta love
cutter. You may
Screwball.
see a
Dave,
better version.
I think
So,
you're
yeah.
underestimating Archie Krabs.
Oh, they did use the detail.
I'm about to say, yeah.
There's that
Right there. Bye bye.
Oh.
Collector's case
Oh, it went
succeeded
sour.
Dave.
Okay, that's why.
Nah, I didn't. Yeah. I
was
thought it
supposed to
shattered
shatter
too.
right
Yeah. That's why I was like kind of confused on it.
Cardona is heated now that he attacked him. Oh, action figures.
Chair across
Being on the other side, I forgot about that.
Cardona arranges them by what fed they were in, or were they
I love when Titus Alexander does this shit, like, and fakes it, fakes them out, and tosses them
Yeah.
back in.
Thrown into the chairs.
Cardona
Count 'em out.
I love
Tope
this shit.
Cardona.
Count 'em out.
What do you mean there's no countouts?
I wanted
Loved
to
all
bounce
of
from
this,
top
man.
rope to
I don't
Tope.
think that's
I want
going
a
to
Vikingo
happen.
style.
But
Come
watch how high he flies off here. I think this caught me off guard.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, holy shit, Cardona could fly?
Gage.
on. Big man shit right there.
I gotta say.
And that's what makes me miss like some of the old school wrestling, seeing like Scott Hall and Shawn Michaels, that people that size moving around like the Young Bucks and doing that kind of shit. It's like, wow, back in the day, those big people were moving way more than they are now.
This every day.
Yeah, I could see him wearing this. It's like Hulk Hogan going through the airport with a Hulkamania shirt and do-rag on, being like, "How'd you recognize me, bro?"
How would you recognize me, brother?
It's gonna get violent
You were wearing
here
purple,
with a light
dumbass.
tube. Have we seen this ever before?
Watch how
in
weak this
wrestling?
one. He's like not weak, but he's like trying to figure out how to use it.
I want to say during
Look at
That's
that.
a good way to say it. Figuring out how to swing it.
But you see it like it, and then it's like, oh fuck this shit.
Well, during a
I think he did a great job, man.
Cardona right now
This is so good.
than the time he bought a custom figure thinking that it was a prototype, but it was fan made.
Nick, you see all the people in the back standing on their tippy toes trying to see over.
Oh, this was a sellout in the entire fucking room.
Wow, on his street clothes, there's a graphic of him pissing on Nick Cage's grave. It's like, are you fucking crazy?
Do you know what the fire code max is in that room? Like 1,000, 1,100?
1,500, I believe.
Okay.
Wow.
And you've seen it sold out, correct?
The sellout was actually the show I was not at, which I believe was Fight Club 1.
Okay.
I believe that was the sellout max of that room was Fight Club Mox versus
Mox,
Cage.
yep. That's the entrance that felt like fucking forever.
That was actually the only AC show I missed during that run because I was at a wedding that weekend.
Oh.
And I was very annoyed that I had to miss that show.
That was a fun night too. That's when they announced Hammerstein and teased it all night long. I liked the teasing too with Cardona.
No, that was Fight Club 2.
Was it the next night?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or no, the following Fight Club, I think they announced it.
I don't think he's going to lose under any circumstances. Personally,
I might have my timeline screwed up.
I know it was Fight Club for sure. I don't know which night. It could have been night 2, maybe.
I think it was Fight Club 2.
And Cardona, no matter where he's gone and what he's done,
Because I remember Fight Club 2 was the night they had the boom arm.
Never.
Do you remember that, John?
Oh, really? A boom arm.
There was a jib
Yes.
cam.
Yes. That's kind of funny. I'm a big fan of stuff like that. Huge fan of stuff like that. When we first started this podcast, dude,
It was all camera stuff.
Brent will tell you I was talking a lot about camera
Production
stuff, a lot
stuff.
about audio stuff, because that production really does matter. Yeah.
I'm
I'd be
so
like,
glad he didn't tear the shirt off completely because it turning red was such a good look.
Oh yeah, the whole red outfit was perfect. I loved how he made it a toy too.
I still wish in some way they would have made use of those black screens that are up there. Just flash the GCW up there, you know, that white projector.
Which one are you looking? Oh,
Oh yeah.
what you're
Any
looking-
of those.
What you're looking at is actually the backside of those screens.
Oh, okay. So yeah, got it.
So you'll see them, not hard cam side, but the other sides will be projecting the live image that if you look at camera right from the hard cam, there's 2 TVs above the production table.
Okay.
That's what appears on those screens.
Huh. Okay.
So you can't see them because you can obviously now you can see them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every side but hard cam projects the TV clean image to those screens.
No shit. Okay, good.
So you guys can see the show there?
It's very blown out and it's a couple seconds behind. It's really only useful when the graphics popped up so we can know what match was next.
Oh, that's smart. That's cool. I didn't know you guys. I didn't know.
So you see those TVs on the
Yeah.
background there? That's what was projecting on those screens.
I never even looked at those. Yeah, that's okay. Wow. Never even paid attention to.
What you'll see normally what everybody in the building used them for was the countdown timer and for what the graphic was for the next match.
Okay.
So if you saw a match you wanted to be on the curtain, like on the ramp, you know, hyping them up, that would be your moment to go run over the curtain.
Got it.
One of the best too.
Cardona with a light tube held overhead.
Followed through with that one.
You can see as the match goes on, his swing got so much better.
Yep. That's when a KG too. Like, oh, they're not talking about it. No, yeah.
Cardona is tan. Cardona is ripped and strangely.
I just loved his first cut. What the fuck? The fuck's wrong with you? I love
Nobody
that
makes
part.
me bleed my own blood.
Wet tissue.
What the fuck?
When he got the fear of God, and I'm like, oh shit, this is real.
Yeah.
Just choking Nick Gage across that second rope.
I was shocked at the surprise too that happened. That was kind of a cool little tease that caught me way off guard.
Okay.
I think there was a lot of selling and walking around in this match, but it worked in
Cardona's favor.
because that's who Cardona is.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Cardona just talking.
But a lot of it was just slowing down for the sake of Cardona in a deathmatch.
Mistake by Cardona.
It's well done too. My favorite oh shit this is real moment is the very first, before it was AEW, the All In show where Moxley showed up and took his first like fucking light tube.
Yeah.
And it had been years, and you could see the look on his face like, oh my god. One of my favorites.
Just shattering that pane of glass in the corner.
Zack Ryder,
Matt Cardona's fear of God moment right here.
pressed up against glass, looking to figure
Yeah, the crowd's so hyped right now. He's bleeding finally.
And now with light tubes in hand.
This is how you do it.
From 0 to bloody in no time.
Head of Cardona.
Cardona is lacerated all over.
More.
The back of Cardona is just
The crowd was
shredded
so
with
bloodthirsty.
glass.
A couple Phillipses to the side of the dome.
You know, we're so fortunate with all these light tubes being swung. I mean, over the world that there aren't more glass injuries.
Cardona.
Serious glass injuries, sorry.
I think I would definitely categorize Matt Cardona's injuries from this match as serious glass injuries.
Yeah.
I love that Cardona's eating shit right now.
I heard that the shower after matches like
Oh yeah, like how Danny said. I saw Danny DeMonto tweet something out like that.
With that broken tube in his hand.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Hopefully shades of David Arquette.
Oh my God.
Cutting the fuck out of Cardona.
Yes.
Shattering that tube across the top of his head.
oh, there we go, popping, pop. There you go.
Look at the
Get the
look
blood
on Nick
going.
Cage's face. He
What the fuck?
glass so tight against
Matt Cardona acting. Jesus Christ. what
I
are you doing,
loved
guys?
it, dude. I absolutely loved it. I got like a smile on my face this entire show.
Cardona.
Yeah, try enforcing that.
Like literally, I had a smile. Like my cheeks are starting to hurt.
Ring right now that's actually going to stop
Yeah,
Nick
yeah,
Gage.
I'm ear to ear.
These are
watching this
fun
match
times,
today.
man.
Matt Cardona is so cheap. He's
I hate. I don't. I mean, I love watching this, but then like now I'm gonna dive back and fall behind on my current shit and go back and watch all the old GCW shit that I loved.
And now, finally, what we've all been waiting for. Fire up the gift machine.
If you told me 3 years ago that the two heirs to this gimmick are one a cruiserweight becoming a heavyweight and a Japanese Joshi.
You won't see that in
Good way to put it.
WWE.
Good way to put
Maybe
it.
it looks fun when you watch
Like,
The best thing Maki did though was get that Gage entrance. Her Japanese entrance just did
What
not
the fuck?
fit Monica.
Is he crying?
I'm sorry. I love that part.
and the story trying to prove that she's tough enough to roll with Gage, and then just the absolute wholesomeness of Maki Death Kill.
Salty
Yes.
tears mixed with the blood, the rich
Oh my
privilege
God.
and the nutrition, the blood of Matt
It's
Cardona.
wonderful.
The kind of guy who gets custom meals sent to him, 3 meals a day.
And see, now it makes me want to go back and continue doing the old ZZW stuff we were doing, John. Like thinking of the Jun Kasai shit and all that. Man, those were good times too.
They want all 4 sides of the ring.
Yes.
I forgot he
There
did
you
take
go,
this
do it,
around the
Nick. Cut
world,
his
didn't
whole
he?
fucking-
Yep. I remember
with that
watching this
1,
part
2.
though and freaking out that I was on his nose. Yeah, I remember watching that myself and I was like, "Oh my god, watch his nose!" Like Cardona's gonna get so mad with Nick Gage after this match.
Nick Gage this close to just cutting Matt Cardona's entire face off and wearing it like a ski mask.
You like see how the rest of the crowd's not saying shit. It's all them. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
That's smart. Smart crowd.
That's all the entrance crowd.
That's one thing I'll always give the AC crowd. They seem to like. I prefer their audience for like GCW crowds because they seem to like get it
Tube across the back.
in a respectful manner.
Here we go.
There's an era of we see this all the time, so we shouldn't get super crazy about it, but we still want to act out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that too.
I hope I'm getting that across the way I want it to get across.
Do you think they go to AC too much?
Aha. With the terminal right now, it's not the greatest place
I
to watch.
would not mind if they scaled back 1 weekend a year from AC.
One.
I think we are. I think having the four big ones, like a la the 4 big pay-per-views of WWE, makes perfect sense. But I think that 5th weekend is just a step too far.
Is it only 4? Because it feels like it's been more. It's more weekends. I'll be honest. To me, it feels like between 6, 7, 8.
It's 5 weekends. It's New Year's. It's
This
early
year felt
spring.
lighter.
Traditionally, it was New Year's, early spring, COS, homecoming, and then maybe a Fight Club.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it is only that many times.
I felt like the crowds have been shrinking in size, and I don't feel like they've had the same energy.
I think the saturation is part of that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind like 3. I think 3 or 4 would be the good number for AC. I think that's what I've kind
I
of
think-
said.
If you're not going to go to one night stands in Atlantic City, I think 4 is the most that should happen.
The King Nick Gage
Yeah.
dominating and
If you're going to have to stay
destroying
with
the world famous
2-day
collector.
stands in Atlantic City, I think it should be 4 tops.
Nick Gage
Yeah.
known for dying in the ring, for being
I
one
like
of
the 2 back-to-back too.
competitors.
I'm really surprised we don't get 2 in LA.
Yeah,
Especially with we
we
sell out.
got yeah, we had the 1 year. Well, we only had it the one time was Heartbreak the Heartbreak
That only
weekend.
happened once?
Yeah.
Wow.
Back to like on Friday, then they had the LA fight Saturday morning, and then the night show. Yeah, that's only happened as far as
We
I
need to
know. It's
bring
only
that
been
back.
once.
I'd totally do that
Because
again.
I was there, but that was
Love
also
that.
the only
Wild.
time I remember being a two LA weekend, other than Collective, obviously. But yeah, I think it's only happened once.
When it comes to GCW, we do kind of get starved out west here.
Yeah.
It really is hard to see a show outside of like.
Ooh, look at that shirt now. That shirt is done.
Poof. Over the course of 5 minutes, his shirt is now red.
That fits perfectly across those
I think yeah. I think 4 LA, 4 AC is a good amount.
role here, but I do worry, guys, a
Yeah.
lot of time has passed.
Because once every 3 months isn't too bad. Even once every 4 months, I wouldn't mind 3. Then I guess even. Because sometimes it does feel like I just came back.
That's for sure.
Yeah,
Like,
but
didn't they have the one theater in Chicago now?
yeah, Talia
What's
Hall.
the name of that?
Talia
Yeah,
Hall.
Thalia Hall. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the one.
that's gonna probably be where all the new stuff is. from
But
here
there's
on out.
there's not going to be
They
any
need a
death
new
match
big
though.
venue, though.
But can they do violence there?
That's what.
Can
Yeah.
they do weapons?
I have no idea.
I thought maybe they surprised me. Now I gotta go back and check it because I think that one of those shows did surprise me because I was like, wait, they did glass there, and I didn't think they were allowed to. Let me scroll here. Oh, that's way off. Cardona, man.
Pane of glass.
Jesus. I forgot how long this match went on.
I think I said 24 minutes on this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Up there. Superplex.
yeah. There's no glass, I don't think, in Talia Hall.
There's another one we put,
I
we
know
put
Nick's
ourselves in
okay.
a corner.
Let me check on Cardona.
Softer than a frozen yogurt on a hot day. Matt Cardona wilted on the mat.
Shout out to the camera guys.
Right?
Piece of lettuce left out in the
Isaac,
sun.
Bread Shoes.
So I'm not gonna lie. From what I'm looking at, every time we have a big show, it seems like GPW kind of pulls out more production stuff and more lighting and stuff. And I feel like the production value goes up when the show's more important, which is very smart.
I think that there is such a point of saturation that there is so many shows that we do forget when the shows are big shows.
Yeah.
So do you feel overall that GCW should have less shows per year overall? Or do you feel like 1 to 2 every week has been pretty good, or do you feel they should roll it back a little?
I am in no position to say on an overall scale. I am purely holy shit. I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
The kids, they got that big chunk in, yeah.
I am purely speaking from the perspective of someone who goes to almost every Atlantic City weekend.
Yeah.
There is even unspoken, there is definitely a vibe of we're oversaturated in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
Nobody will say it out loud, but everybody says like, Jesus Christ, I don't know if I'm gonna go to the next one.
Like that's how I feel about this LA show coming up. Like just 2 months away, 2 months from what we just had the last one. Oh, I forgot about the Jericho. That's for that tease on top of it. Even you add that on top of all the story
Look at
that
everybody
weekend, yeah.
rushing for the curtain now.
And then you see this person running. Oh yeah. Go ahead, try the mocks. Oh wait. Oh.
Yeah, that is not Moxley sized.
Oh.
I forget who that was.
Philly Mike.
Oh, Philly Mike, okay.
Mind games. Is Jericho sending a message ahead of their match? Is that Jericho? What is going on here?
Oh yeah, this was right before the Jericho match too. Holy shit, what a time this was for GCW.
Yeah, something
Nick
just.
Gage
Ugh.
and Matt Cardona capitalizing on the situation. Leg hooks.
2.
Oof.
I feel like with GCW, the bottom line when it comes to wrestling ability has definitely went up. That's for sure.
All of that just to try to take the
I'll take getting the Vikingos and
At the
Commanders and
expense-
stuff.
At the expense of that
Deathmatch.
indescribable hood ratness.
I think yeah, because the death match is what's
Like if you're
suffering.
gonna tell me that the home venue for a professional wrestling organization is gonna be an abandoned casino in Atlantic City, tell me that's not hood rat shit.
Right.
Well, Cardona on his feet, Nick Gage down on the mat.
Yeah, I hope they kind of do different venues next year and kind of get back more into the death matches. 'Cause I think they kind of got away from it, other than seasons, like when it's tournament time. I think they've gotten away from it this year.
Not done yet. Do it one more time.
I think it's ever since that injury to Hoodfoot maybe last year.
Pile drivers.
They kind of seem to scale down on death matches since then.
This could be it right here.
Well, that'd make you think a little bit when that guy got sliced as bad as he did.
Yeah.
I still don't like Slade over that whole thing because I feel like there was one or two pokes towards the end there that he
Could have stopped. Yeah.
He should have stopped and didn't, and that's what I didn't. like.
And here comes 440.
Oh, another. This man, look at all these things that happen in this match. So storytelling, like man. Instead, we just get Blake and Masha.
Oh, and Nick Gage squaring off inside the ring.
Gregory Irons is in there for some reason.
Ooh, that was a rough one. That was a rough
The Bev.
When they posted that big list of people who walked from GCW, and they had the audacity to include Eddie Olney and Greg Irons as people
Right.
whose names GCW was losing. Yeah, get over yourselves.
Yeah.
Ooh, on the glass even. Yeah, Eric.
I mean, Eri and Bev deserve better.
Yeah.
You know, in the context of 440, yes.
Eddie
they were
only
lacking,
was
but
ridiculous.
Of Nick Gage in the midst of a championship defense here against Cardona. 440 getting involved.
And lest we forget, there is a championship.
Love the green though. I'm a big green fan. Love that green.
And then hearing Face Ricky's theme come on.
Okay, yeah. See, I didn't even catch this. I don't remember
That they
hearing
played
that.
Ricky's face theme.
Yeah, I didn't know like he had like a face theme and shit. Like that's the one detail I never caught until just now.
He's calling them off.
Oh, he's got the Ribera sweatshirt. That would be my move. I'd go there. If I could get a jacket, I'd buy a sweatshirt.
Looks like the 440H cronies are finally
And see, like this was the last time I think we saw Ricky.
Atticus just slapped.
I think you're right.
Yeah, like this never led anything to, which sucked.
Can't believe it.
Well, this was
This
when
was the last time we saw
left
Ricky, yep.
440, I think.
Yeah, and like they left the company.
Has become the teacher. At least
I now remember. Yeah, we never saw Ricky after this at all.
RSP and Nick Gage fighting off the rest of 440.
And what a sight that is! Yeah, holy shit, this match had everything,
You-
dude.
Bonkers.
Overbooked.
Bonkers
This is
when that happened.
this is attitude era booking for a main event.
eye contact.
You have a two-man power trip ready to go right there.
Yep.
I can trust you for
Fuck, man.
Like if that happened with Nick and Ricky as a two-man power trip,
That'd be cool.
Gregory Iron may be broken in half, and if so,
Now,
Right here should have been a stare down. Right there should have been a stare
this is
down.
unprecedented, but there's still a match going
now,
on.
Ricky never
I see.
really openly complained about leaving GCW, right? He just kind of made like some like little kind of vague comments, but he didn't torch
Yeah.
him like
he
how
made-
El
he-
Colon
he,
and
he made vague money comments. I think.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why, like, I kind of hope he could possibly come back. I don't think it's ever going to happen, but at least he didn't burn any bridges. I could respect how he left and not still dwelling on it and
Well,
bitching about it.
Hopefully he left well and he just didn't say
Yeah,
anything publicly. you know?
I don't know anything about that. I don't want to claim a.
Okay, I never say much, but there is one or two people that I did ask, and they were extremely adamant without telling me any points. They were like, "Fuck RSP," and I'm like, "Really?" Like, and because I told him, I'm like, "Are we gonna see him back?" And he goes, "Fuck no." And then another one's like, "I fucking don't." And I go, "What's going on?" And they just kind of looked at each other, and they're like, "Fuck RSP." I'm like, "I wish I knew, but I didn't want to ask." You
I
know,
wish I knew
so-
too. Honestly,
Oh, we actually just finished main event biz. Sorry.
Again, I thought it was all merch stuff, but I don't know.
And that's another issue, yeah, that I know no one's talking about is that issue. I love
What,
Emil.
that one of the cans being thrown knocked up the projector screen?
Oh no. We're talking about the merch stuff. I was like, a lot of stuff with the merch stuff we're not touching. But
Oh yeah.
I loved how MLJ here is like, Matt Cardona. This was, I don't know. This was peak.
Just the exasperation in his voice. Matt Cardona.
Everything about that match, like I can't say anything bad other than you said the standing around, but whatever, it worked out perfectly.
And he's walking out with the belt, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you. Man, that was a fun time. But I said, like, it makes me remind me of the good old times of what there could be done. And I kind of, I don't know. I hope Brett does kind of change some shit up coming up this year and to kind of reset going into 2024.
Yeah. Well, Buzzard freaking hanging with us the whole fucking time. Thank you so much. You're awesome. I gotta say that, and somebody was just
This is
chilling
cool,
with us
yeah.
and- hell
Actually,
yeah,
this is
man.
probably the one who probably would have been fun coming on here with this Cardona stuff.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah, get you in here next time, dude.
So what were
Like
you
2
guys?
minutes of the crowd literally consoling Nick?
That's what I'm about to say. So what was it like right now? Because I know like I see like I know her name. I know on Twitter like Schmenkdo like is like almost in tears and kind of like
Paula.
yeah.
Paula.
Like I thought that was a cool visual of like of what the kid crying when the Miz beat John Cena and shit. Like of her just kind of sitting there like oh like feeling bad for Nick Gage and stuff. I thought that was a pretty cool thing.
That was awesome.
Wow.
That was awesome. We did it.
Yes.
We fucking did it.
With a horrible rough start, we're gonna get it situated next time. I want to do this now for like TOS 666 and add this in coming up like on dead weeks. Maybe we should start doing this on dead weeks.
Yeah, you know what? I still feel it's a little bit before your time, but some of that old CZW that I was showing was awesome stuff.
Yeah.
It's just you're looking at a time where people didn't really know how to use some of the weapons yet, and that's where it got dangerous.
Oh, I can see what you're saying.
Yeah, people weren't. They didn't really understand how to swing light tubes. You'd see a lot of horizontally swung light tubes back in the late 90s, early 2000s. You know, holy shit, a weed whacker, you know, back then.
I still get popped. Yep, I still pop for the weed whacker. Same thing.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a long one.
So
the other thing that I saw that got me was when they wrestled a couple times with a fucking filing cabinet in the ring. Like one of the Schlack matches had a filing cabinet.
Jesus.
Oh, dude, there was one time where a guy got thrown down on top of it, and it was Gage got thrown down on top of it, and he missed a large metal. Like he would have been punctured and killed within about 3 inches.
Oh wow.
So there's a lot of things that went on back then that they definitely wouldn't do today. Also, this is the last of the CTE era when it comes to the chair shots. So you're seeing some stiff fucking chair shots that just would not go down today.
Frank, how versed are you on CZW?
That was kind of before my time.
Yeah, okay. I'm the same way. Like, I got a little bit here, but
I don't want to talk out of turn about the CZW stuff. That was a little before my time.
Yeah, see, I'm trying to get back into it because I watched a little bit of it, but like not the deathmatch stuff. I was like, that's how I first found out about Swerve Strickland and Adam Cole was through ZZW. So I've always kind of and Leo Rush. I've had like a different prism of ZZW where I've enjoyed like that shit. And then I never knew that they had all this crazy deathmatch shit out here. Now I'm into it and seeing how they kind of interact. We watched a couple CZW ones, and we want to do more and stuff like that. But I was like, CZW was a whole nother animal.
Man. Let's see here. What did he say here?
He goes, I hope that's Frank in real life, like just standing there. That's a live video. Now, Frank, so is there anything else that from that night or from any AC experiences?
There's so much from AC. God. This most recent AC weekend where the Instagram promoted Sweet Party drew more people than the officially promoted after party in the in the
pool, right? Yeah.
I was in
Tell
this.
me. Okay, so what happened there was basically just what the Instagram thing went around just more, or what
Well,
happened
the
there?
Instagram thing's been going like the sweet party has been happening for a couple of shows at this point, and it's just kind of expected to find the right people and ask what room it's in, and
Mhm.
then you get invited to the mystical land where things happen that I'm not discussing on live television.
That's
But
funny.
we were just lucky to happen to overlook the water park, and we could see all the lights and all the fun stuff going off with nobody in there.
Oh wow.
There was
Man.
more people in a one-bedroom suite on the 20 something floor than there were in the suite part in this like paid for water park party.
Mm. Hmm. Interesting.
I popped my head in just to see what was doing, and there wasn't nothing doing, so I walked off and I went back to my room, cracked a new beer, and walked up to the suite party.
Nice. Wow. Oh, what's let's see. Bizarre's talking about
He
the
wants
LA
LA
Knight.
Night. he's
Mm.
he's trying to, yeah, there it is. He's trying to get us to discuss some stuff here.
That would be more on you guys when it comes to that part. I've I've really like shrunk down just to GCW right now and like a little bit of Revolver.
Yeah, I'm following
shrunk.
GCW, and that's about it. A little bit of AEW, but there's just A, too much to consume, and B, just
Too
life
much.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have a family. I have a family. B, you have a family. It's like, well, you do what you can while you have the time to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean GCW, you're consuming, anywhere between 3 for 1 show to 6-7 hours of content on a weekend, and then you add our reviews in
Five
there.
hours
Whew.
every couple of weeks is a lot more manageable than some of the other content that's being pushed out. So
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So I'm like at 3 on Monday nights, 2 on Tuesday, 2 on Wednesday, 4
exactly, it's
on
not even fun.
Thursdays, 5 on Fridays.
Uh-huh.
Like, yeah, that's my crazy wrestling schedule there.
AEW's up to 8 hours some weeks. Like,
Decent kid.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I wish I had time to watch all that. Uh-oh, what do we got here? Tyson
Kid.
Kid returns to WWE. He really does want to talk WWE, huh?
Nah, that's how he came in my channel talking about Ted DiBiase being a world champion in Cody Rhodes back then. Or no, Curtis Axel, not Cody Rhodes, Curtis Axel.
yeah, okay.
That's how the conversation started. I mean,
So he's fucking
bullshit.
with him.
Yeah, no, he's good. He's good people.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was
He's
fun.
taking the piss, as the people who think their kids say.
Right? Yeah, that was a fun show though. I honestly had a smile throughout on my face the entire time,
The
and like
back half of that show was a pleasure to watch.
yeah, the death
Mhm.
match, man. Not
It's
Ted
all
DiBiase.
changed, man. It's all
Yeah.
changed, boys.
Right. I'm actually kind of excited for NGI. I think it's going to be different, but in a good way.
I pray that NGI is a return to, I don't want to say return to form, but bringing back those older vibes and hopefully, I don't want to say righting the ship, but
Yeah,
definitely in that direction.
I think it's a big weekend for GCW, and I think they're going to connect.
Yeah, I am agreeing with you that there's a lot to hinge that on is if this, and because you have an NGI show, which is I don't want to say legendary show at this point, but it's one of the big extant deathmatch tournaments at this point.
Yeah,
Back to back with just the sheer party that happens at a New Year's Eve show. Hopefully they can, the excitement can stay up for 2 nights, and
yeah.
hopefully bring back those old school vibes.
They're gonna do the tuxedos like how they did. Was it last? No, it was 2 years ago. They did that, right? They're getting all dressed up. Or don't they do it every year? But like Emo, yeah, I think Emo did it for once for the first time last year.
We're seeing if there's going to be a dress code for New Year's Eve. Hopefully we can push a black tie dress code for New Year's Eve again. I enjoy it, but I know it's tough to try and bring that kind of shit with you.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Hey,
Oogie
Blizzard,
Boogie.
I have not went to the Oogie Boogie Bash. I don't know where you came from, but it's kind of funny you mentioned that. I'm going to Disneyland in like a week. So I'm looking forward to getting over there just as Christmas hits.
Oh, that's a Disney
Also,
thing.
I am also
yeah,
I am
yeah.
also an old school, curmudgeonly Disney Parks fan. I
Sweet.
don't know
Okay.
why there is such an overlap between deathmatch fans and like old school Epcot 90s fans.
Dude, I have no idea. I think
Like you
we're all
under
just big kids, you know?
like you like there's a couple of people I can name at Atlantic City shows who are curmudgeonly, I'm a
Mm-hmm.
Tom Cordless guy type WDW fans.
Jericho told me that I love Disney parks, huh? Listen to him. Fucking guy.
Hey.
Yeah, dude, I'm getting ready to go and head over to Disneyland, and then I'm gonna hit California Adventure
Here's
one
my
day.
hot take. Educational Epcot was better.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh wow, listen to you.
Yeah.
That's interesting. No, good point.
Uh,
Good point.
Epcot died with the Tron overlay of Test Track.
Wow, so you do know your stuff. Good shit.
I never been there, so yeah, you guys lost
Don't
me
Yeah,
there.
quote the ancient text. I was there when they were written. Like,
yeah. I so for right now, basically for me, it's like I'll collect pins, and I do collect Loungefly bags just to resell. You know what I mean? Just little stuff like that.
mhm.
Um, I don't know. I'm getting thrown off by what you're saying, dude. No, Blizzard stuff here.
I'm looking
Sorry,
at them.
I'm looking at this right now. No,
Let's bring back the citizens of Hollywood. Bring back Streetmosphere.
What are those?
Citizens of
no,
Hollywood. The
Simpsons,
street.
Oh,
No.
Simpsons
The
Hollywood.
street characters. The park street characters.
mm. Oh, geez, I got my wires crossed. Okay, I was thinking of something else there for a minute. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. See, not a hot tag. The test track sucks. Excited for the ride change. Um.
Yeah, they're doing a third Test Track change this time. They're gonna take it away from Test Track, I think, and they're gonna put more of the old school World of Motion vibe back onto it.
Yeah. Gosh. Yeah, I haven't been to the Florida side since the oh god, since the 90s.
I never
That's
been.
funny.
You're fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, that's fine. The parks were only good. The park stopped being good in the 2000s.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just enjoying everything. Like I know it sounds dumb, but like pin releases from France, Paris,
Mm.
Disney Paris actually gets
I
much
used to be a
better
big pin
merch and
trader.
shit.
I used to be a big pin trader. I did a semester on the college program in Florida, so I got deep into vinylmation.
Oh
That
man,
would be
no
cool,
kidding.
catching
Okay.
Nitro at the MGM studios.
Oh dude, Nitro. Um okay, funny thing. I went down to one of their power plant things one time. It was not for me to try to go out or do anything, but they let us get in the ring. Fucking ring in WCW is hard. No shit. Way harder than like be with you like over at the FSW.
Uh,
Harder than that.
wow.
Wow.
Yeah, much harder ring, and it didn't have the bounce. You know how it has the overall mat bounce?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Did not have the fucking bounce at all. I don't know how those guys worked on those rings for decades. Let's see. Yeah, East Coast boy. Yeah, Bizarre. I'm originally from like Cleveland area. So like Florida is where the rich people go. Or like the old people go when they retire. Like Florida is heaven for Ohio people. Like that's, you know.
Fuck Ohio.
I was
That's a
waiting
perfect
for
way
it.
to end it.
Yeah, I actually have to go anyway. That really works
All
out.
right.
Hey, well, Frank, I appreciate you stopping in. That
Yeah,
was
man.
fun,
Good
man.
talking to you, dude.
Yeah, that was
Of
fun,
course.
and you brought a lot of.
Really.
Anytime you need the hot scoop coming from the East Coast of GCW, let me know and I will gladly provide it.
Yeah, I liked it. You
Nice.
provide a lot of cool backstories too that and answer a lot of questions that we always kind of asked ourselves or asked each other about the showboat and stuff like that.
Hell yeah. No,
Of course.
that's definitely fun.
Yeah.
Blizzard, Syracuse boy, huh? Last story I will say, I was up in Syracuse for only one thing. I was one of those unlucky fuckers that went to Woodstock 99.
Oh
So
Christ.
I was in Syracuse overnight, and let me tell you, that was an experience. I am proud that I made it in and out in one piece. We got shoved out by the state police.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's a long story for another day. We actually had to steal T-shirts and sold them to get gas money to get home. Yeah, Yeah.
Wow.
That's some crazy shit. Yeah, we weren't allowed to get half of our shit. I was lucky I had my keys in the pocket. Lost my wallet, lost our tent, lost all our clothes, a cooler. Basically, they just formed a line and started walking, and they're like, "You need to go this way," and nobody, nobody decided to do anything more than listen after that. So yeah,
Wow.
but yeah, National Guard, fucking National Guard comes in. Anyway,
Wow.
All right. Well,
yeah,
guys, have a good one.
You too,
yeah,
Frank.
man. Take care, and hopefully see you guys soon. Be good,
Yes, yes, and John, you take care, and everyone else, I hit you with the long